Again, the noise is all you can hear is coming from the York City supporters. Both teams are going to be kicking away from their own supporters in this first half. We're about halfway inside the half that York City are going to be defending, the half that the York City supporters are down in. City get the game underway, and they go across the left-hand side to Joe Felix. Let's have a look. Nathaniel George is on the right-hand side here, and it is still 4-2-3-1. Ollie Pearce is playing just behind that lone striker, Luca Thomas. Sinclair on the left, Nathaniel George on the right, Pearson the number 10 behind Luca Thomas. City go long, and that's nodded back though to the goalkeeper by the full-back Jasper Pattenden on the far side of the field. And in his old yellow kit, Shamal George, former Livingston goalkeeper, plays it out from the back. Long diagonal ball now from Alex Hartridge, trying to set the wide man away on that far side. It's overhit though in front of Gideon Kadua, and it goes into touch for York City, throwing on the edge of their own box, which they take immediately. No sign of the lower league side coming here and trying to waste any time in the opening stages. Up it goes towards Luca Thomas, who controls it on his chest, but it goes into touch, and that'll be a Wycombe throw-in. Former York City striker, as always, Ian Dunn is alongside me.
Yeah, I don't think it's in City's DNA to sit back, is it? Adam Hinshelwood will fight fire with fire where it's possible, and I think he's probably told his team to go out there and have a go at Wycombe, see what they've got.
Someone's thing is talking in my ear. I can't hear a word that they're saying, I'm afraid, so I'm just going to have to carry on regardless. Ollie Pearce tries to clear down this near side for York City. It heads back. Ryan Fallowfield has a go now, and it comes into the centre of the field. Wycombe take the ball, and then the man with the ball there decides to keep going forward and took his eye off it. Sinclair slips on the surface, gives it to Joe Felix, and he can come forward on the York City left. Over halfway, referee again gives no foul as Joe Felix goes to ground, and the home side have it. He's let two, I thought, were pretty soft fouls, but fouls go there, Ian.
Well, at our level, the referees, I think, give free kicks there. Maybe that's a little bit of a difference for us to witness as well. So City players are going to have to be, stay on the feet, I think, is the message. Trouble here.
Long ball downfield, but Callum Howe's got that dealt with. Gets in between man and ball, allows his goalkeeper Harrison Mail in his all-orange kit to come out to the edge of his area, and he gathers. Yeah,
good play from Callum Howe. It looked like trouble, but he just got his body in front of the Wycombe striker and allowed Harrison Mail to come in and collect. Good goalkeeping as well.
0-0, BBC Radio York, just over 2 minutes gone. Mail clears on the edge of his area. Long down the centre, too far though this time, and that goes all the way through to Shamal George. He balls it out at the back to Declan Scurra. Scurra, who had a loan at Ebbsfleet last year from Wycombe, started his career at Kingstonian, so he's used to a little bit of non-league football. Gives it to his left to Hartridge. Now onto this left to Beryley Labala. Long ball downfield, well controlled on his chest by the Wycombe striker. Good link-up play on the edge of the box. City trying to get men around the ball, and they do manage to do so. Nathaniel George misses the ball there in his own penalty area, so the blue shirts keep hold of it on this side. Labala, that's high, that's wide. City, just a bit of confusion in the penalty area there. Alex Hunt, Ashley Nathaniel George having a conversation. Yeah, they got away with it.
I think they did just get away with it. You're right, David. I think the number 24, who is it? It's Richard Kone. He just got in behind the defence, caused it a few problems, but ultimately they defend it well.
Great story about Kone, Richard Kone. We'll come on to that in a little bit, but they've picked him up from the Essex Senior League, the man from the Ivory Coast, and he was down playing in the Essex Senior League, so I think that's step 5 as City are given a free kick inside the Wycombe half on the far left, because he was struggling to get some sort of work permit.
Yeah, he'd shone apparently across here at the Homelessness World Cup. He'd really been one of the best players, and I think stayed in England to try and get a job, but couldn't get over the line with the work permit or visas. And Wycombe, I think, identified him as a player of potential, and I think they, by the sounds of it, they pushed for him to get the correct visas. And now they've got their man.
Can City show a bit of potential here from this attacking free kick? First chance for everyone to go forward. Aguiar takes it. It's a deep one. It's a penalty. A free header by City. Cleared by Wycombe. Only just cleared, but the referee then says a high boot, as I think it was. Is that? No, it's Luca Thomas, isn't it, who went for the acrobatic overhead kick, and the referee's penalised him for a high boot. But City won the first contact there in the penalty area. Maybe something that they'll have to consider as this game goes on. Maybe try and be a little bit more direct at times.
That was a decent ball in, caused Wycombe problems there.
Even though the crowd's not the biggest here, and City have been playing in front of bigger crowds at home, because they're only averaging just over 4,000. City averaging bigger crowds this season. That's a nice ball, controlled on his chest, far side of the field, and the flag now goes up. That took an absolute age until he had a shot. That was just crazy. That could have gone up a long, long time before that. from the official. I thought he was offside. It feels like a big game, partly because they've got the electronic advertising hoardings around the side of the pitch here, just as they do at places like Oldham Athletic in the National League. And they had it at City last year for the FA Cup tie against Wigan. Nathaniel George loses it in midfield. The home team have it again at the back. On this left-hand side. Leahy. Despite wearing number 10 on his back, he's playing at left back. Almost a converted left back in the last 18 months. Long diagonal ball out to this right-hand side, but that's overhit. Goes over the head of Labala. And the ball bounces around the terrace at the front of this stand. Have to wait for it to come back. Ryan Fallowfield takes the throw in quickly. That had a hint of a foul throw from Ryan Fallowfield, but he's got away with it. Fagan Walcott forward down the centre of the field. It's over the head of Thomas. Wycombe have it, and they play it back to their goalkeeper once more. 0-0 it remains. Coming up to 6 minutes gone. Scarborough Athletic at Burton Albion, that's on DAB. If you want to listen to that one this afternoon, Harrogate Town in action at home to Wrexham, another League One club. That's tomorrow afternoon. Our coverage, I think, gets underway at around about 3 o'clock. It's a slightly later kick-off down Weatherby Road. Wycombe have it at the back. Knocking it around nicely to Backinson. Now it goes to Scurra. Long ball down the right, looking for Scowen. Josh Scowen holds it up well. Plays it back to his right back. Back it comes in again to Backinson. Little ball around the corner. He stays onside despite the appeals for offside from Callum Howe. Clearly onside from our angle. We're virtually in line with where that was. Wycombe have it again just outside the penalty area. Right hand side into the box. He's got a pocket of space. Shot comes in. Drags it well wide of goal. It goes for the near post. Should have come across goal. But you can tell already they do pass it around. They are very neat and tidy at Wycombe. Yeah, very sharp on the ball. They keep the ball, intricate play, and then boom, they're gone. Really, really quick when they decide to go. Good little interplays. And yeah, it is going to be a tough afternoon for York City. This Wycombe are a good team, as we know, but City so far have held up quite well. Manny Duku's at it again. He's given Hensford the lead against Gainsborough in the FA Cup. He was part of the side, the Maidstone side, at least he joined it halfway through the FA Cup last year. That got through to the last 16. City passing out from the back. Hunt does well, gives it to Fagan Walcott. Salford also leads Shrewsbury by a goal to 0. That's a nice play for Ryan Fallowfield to get past his man. Fallowfield forward to Thomas, who tries to turn, sends out to the far side, just gets a nick off the head of the defender, who's then forced back to his penalty area, held up by Sinclair, left hand side. Infield it comes. Shot comes in from Alex Hunt, blocked on the edge of the area. Don't think it was going in. Wouldn't have had the power to beat the goalkeeper, but City on the front foot. Hunt back to Howe, back to Alex Hunt, to Sinclair on the left. Sinclair back infield to Alex Hunt. Hunt to Felix, back to Hunt. Hunt turns back to halfway and gives it to Callum Howe. Still goalless, but both sides enjoying spells of possession. Fagan Walcott to Nathaniel George. Back to Ryan Fallowfield. Back once more to Fagan Walcott. And he skips past Kone before giving it to Callum Howe. Callum Howe, under a slight bit of pressure, goes back to his goalkeeper Harrison Mayle, who has the ball on the edge of his D. It's going to be closed down, lays it off to Hunt, gets it back, does Mayle. Not the greatest pass back, that from Alex Hunt. Mayle then has to hurry his clearance, run back towards his own goal on that far side, and then Pattenden may have injured himself here, the right back, because he fell awkwardly, but he's going to be alright. Pearce gets his first touch to Nathaniel George on the right hand side. Nathaniel George, edge of the penalty area, needs to find a pass. He's still got the ball. Wycombe have got men back, finds it through, or threads it through, tries to do to Ollie Pearce, just evades him, and it goes through to the goalkeeper. Yeah, decent play again from City, David. Alex Hunt again he can drop that the odd pass short, Alex, for all his abilities. If he could just cut them out, I think I'd feel an awful lot happier watching. But good player and good football from York City so far in this match. Will Griggs on fire for Chesterfield. They lead Horsham by a goal to 0. Morecambe one up at Worthing, Adam Hinshelwood's former side, of course. Long ball forward for Wycombe. Mayle is able to gather. There's a little nudge on him as well there. Referee has a quiet word with Josh Scowen, former Sunderland QPR and Barnsley man, so plenty of Football League experience there in the centre of the park for Wycombe. Yeah, City come forward now on the left. Aguiar to Sinclair. Sinclair back to Joe Felix. Felix goes to Fagan Walcott. Across to Ryan Fallowfield. He plays it down the line. Nice ball looking for Luca Thomas, intercepted by Wycombe. and then nodded back to his goalkeeper on that far side. The stand at the far side called the Bill Turnbull stand, after the former BBC Breakfast presenter who sadly died, I think it was probably last year, of cancer. A big Wycombe Wanderers fan. In fact, the last time I was here to cover a York City game, he was summarising for BBC Three Counties. Wycombe have it at the back. Just over 10 minutes gone. Still 0-0 here on BBC Radio York. To the far side of the field it goes. Knocking it around at the back again to the home side. Across this left-hand side for Labala. Infield to Backinson, who's dropping in between the two centre-halves. Almost that Dan Batty role we've become accustomed to this season. Home team have it again. So bright are these advertising hoardings as well. That's an aimless long ball forward from Wycombe, and the man who played it, Scurry on that far side, slipped as he did so as well, which entertained the York City supporters. Another goal in the FA Cup. Southend 0, Charlton 1. Newport lead Peterborough by 2-0. 2 goals in a couple of minutes there for the team from South Wales. League 2 leading League 1. Felix back to Mail, who clears. Looking for Nathaniel George, who's gone offside. That's sloppy from the York City attacker. It remains 0-0.
Yeah, you're right about these hoardings. They go from sort of the black colour to white.
Suddenly you think the floodlights have come on.
Yeah. Suddenly there's this big flash of bright light. I imagine when it gets darker it'll be even more intense. But it's good. You're right. It adds something to the match, doesn't it? When you see that, you feel like you're at a big match. And City's certainly playing the part at the moment, David. Wycombe have had a bit of the ball, but York have done enough to suggest that it competes.
Out there on the edge of his box with his red cap on, his black coat, giving out his instructions. City play it out again from the back to Hunt. Hunt goes back to Howe. Yeah, I'm sure they'll have taken a little bit of encouragement as well from Tamworth beating Huddersfield last night. National League beating League 1. Offside down that far side. It's Tyree Sinclair this time. Alan Minshew was not happy with that, because that shouldn't have been offside from Tyree Sinclair. Huddersfield, I know you didn't get to see it, Ian. They weren't very good. They only made 5 changes, Huddersfield. No,
they really struggled last night. It just shows you, if you take a team, if you take your foot off the gas or you take them lightly, you can bitten where you don't want to be bitten.
Is it all to do with attitude?
Yeah, a lot of it is. Yeah, I mean, you got to think that Huddersfield is a team at a higher level for a reason. So the attitude must have been wrong, and it only takes 2 or 3 for it to spread badly.
Labala gets a nice return ball on this left-hand side, around the back here. Ryan Fallowfield takes him down. Labala went down. Fallowfield don't think it's a penalty. The referee's given it.
Do you know what? I don't think that was a penalty. He dived in though. He made it look like a penalty, but how much contact there was, I'm really not sure. I mean, having said that, City fans aren't up in arms, and they saw it.
I thought it was a penalty. That was a silly challenge from Ryan Fallowfield.
It looked rash, and I thought, is it one of them that just looks rash? But actually, no. If he's caught him, it's a nailed-on penalty. That didn't need to do it either.
Ironically, the man who scored a penalty for Shrewsbury 2 years ago is now putting the ball on the spot again here. Clear hit to give Wycombe the early lead. Disappointing that.
Yeah, he didn't need to dive in. Over to you, Harrison Mail. It'd be nice to pull an FA Cup penalty save out
the
of the back.
York fans are trying to put him off behind the goal. There's the whistle. Now he steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps back. 1 to the side. And here he comes, Luke Luhey, to take the penalty for Wycombe Wanderers. He stutters and he sends Harrison Mail the wrong way. Harrison Mail goes to his right. The goal scorer goes to his left. And the home team have the lead. Wycombe Wanderers 1, York City 0, and that is bitterly disappointing way for City to go behind.
It's very disappointing, because in open, you only concede goals in open play. You don't want to concede from a set piece or a penalty like that. Ryan Fallowfield will be upset with himself, but he maybe didn't need to make the challenge, but he can think about that after. He's still got a long way of this game to go to try and put things right, and hopefully City can get back on even keel at some point. But bitterly disappointing. It's a penalty that's separating the sides right now.
City get ready to kick off for a second time. Exeter take the lead against Barnet in the FA Cup. And the game's back underway. Howe back to his goalkeeper. Mail. Oh, that's sloppy again from Hunt. That's a lot of Mail does well on that left-hand side. Forward looking for Thomas, headed away by Wycombe. Controlled on the chest, edge of the area. Wycombe coming forward. Down this left-hand side to Labala, who won the penalty. Cuts to the box for Kone. Takes a little nick off Callum Howe. That was almost 2-0. Goes behind for first corner kick of the game.
Yeah, Wycombe starting to exert some pressure on City now. They've been given the encouragement by taking the lead. And, just starting to... City's got to be strong. Got to keep the composure for these next 5-10 minutes at least and just try and get another grip on the match a bit more. They do not want to go 2 down because then it's curtains, really. I know that's silly to say that so early, but it has that feel of that game. If City can just hang on in there, you just never know. But they do not want to concede so quickly after that first one.
2 men over here for the corner kick. City have only sent 1 out. Can't say they've gone to sleep, really, because they've had plenty of time to see this. Now the referee wants to go and have a word because everyone's trying to crowd around Harrison Mail in the 6-yard box. Must be 14 players in there by the look of that. 15 players in that 6-yard box.
Yeah, it's packed. And big lads, Wycombe, a couple of them, 2 or 3 of them big lads. Callum Howe marking no one. I think he's marking space, Callum Howe. Am I right?
Yeah, at the minute he is. So zonal marking City. And it comes deep on, and it's too deep and goes out for a goal kick.
Awful corner, thankfully. For City, they'll be happy with that one, for sure.
Yeah, not a great corner, that one, by Gideon Kadua, who's on a season loan from West Ham. Carlisle down to 10 in their FA Cup tie. Shrewsbury have equalised against Salford City, 1-1 in that one. Well, it says on my screen Salford 2, Shrewsbury 0, then Salford 1, Shrewsbury 1. So I imagine whoever's doing the video printer got that wrong to start off with. It is an equaliser, not a 2-0.
John Marquis scored. The player.
City being given a free kick just over halfway on this right-hand side. Aguiar gets ready to take it. Everyone forward again for York City. Aguiar swings it in deep, across to the left-hand side, looking for Callum Howe. Too much on it though, it's too far in front of Callum Howe and goes out for a free kick.
It's really good defending by Richard Kone there. He was marking Callum Howe. They'll be aware that Callum Howe wins the majority of aerial challenges and he just stood his ground.
Especially after last week.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Exactly, yeah. Highlighted it, didn't it? How good he can be. But Kone there just stood his ground. Good strength. Good play.
Playing out from the back of the home team. Scurrer to right hand side to Pattenden. Pattenden goes back to his goalkeeper. He gives it out now on this left hand side. The goal scorer once more goes back to the goalkeeper, who clears under pressure from Thomas. Howe wins the header, picked up in midfield by Aguiar. Turns back towards his own goal and goes back from halfway to Harrison Mail. The home team lead by 1-0 here on BBC Radio York. Luke Leahy with the penalty on 14 minutes after Ryan Fallowfield, we think, was correctly penalised for a tackle in the box when he didn't need to make the tackle.
It'd be interesting hearing the views of those fans behind the goal and see what they saw, but they didn't really react as if it wasn't a penalty, so that tells the story.
To Nathaniel George. City need to show a little bit more of an attacking threat.
Yeah, but also keep that ball, keep it strong, don't encourage Wycombe on. At 1-0, the game is still there.
Regan Walcott takes the nick off the back of a Wycombe player and the home team get it back once more. They look the most threatening.
Sure.
Kone not offside. The referee's assistant keeps his flag down. Gives it to the right hand side to Kadua. Kadua threads it through. That's a nice ball through to Pattenden. He's round the back on the right hand side. He keeps it in. Tries to put a cross in. Wins another corner.
They found that ball. And maybe that's the difference in quality. That ball, that slide pass ball that's in between the centre-back and the left-back, almost every time they've found space. Whereas sometimes, at our level, the players will do it and it gets cut out by the defender. They're just putting the right pace on the ball to cause City problems. It's just that it is that quality jump.
And to wait for the instructions to be sent on to the people in the centre of the park here, the Wycombe players, as Leahy goes across to take the corner. Again, they've got 2 men over there. City only send Nathaniel George out, so they're always going to have an overload if they want to play the short one. And it comes now. It's into the centre of the penalty area. Mail got a punch on it. Not a great punch. Comes across this near side of the goal. It's not going to out for a corner, but it's held up by one of the Wycombe strikers. Labala goes back to Pattenden. Heavily tattooed right arm. Swings it in. Too deep. Then it goes behind for a goal kick. 1-0 it remains to the home team.
Yeah, I think Harrison Mail did well there actually, because there was, I don't know how many bodies were around him. There were a lot of bodies around him. He somehow got his fist to clear that corner.
Dipu Akinyemi, Paddy McLaughlin out warming up in front of us. I say, as things stand, one probably more likely than the other to be seen at some point this afternoon. Ian's not sure which one it'll be.
Yeah. Because Billy Chadwick as well, player I highly rate. I still think we've yet to see the best of him. Could today be the day?
Mail
came
has
on,
it.
Made a change last week, I think, Chadwick, when he came on. He looked
did.
sharp and quick.
Hunt. Fagan Walcott. Down the right hand side to Pearce. Little flick around the corner to Nathaniel George. He tries to lay it off to Thomas, but he slips again. Ball forward, appeals for offside, nothing given. Thread through to the right hand side. Shot comes in, tight angle, 2-0.
Yeah, it's a great
It's a
goal.
nice finish, but again, it's pretty simple.
It's that
Gideon
slide.
Kadua
Yeah.
threaded through, got the shot off first time, across Harrison Mail into his bottom right hand corner. And City are already 2 down here. We're not even at the halfway point of this first half.
It's that slide rule pass again, David. That extra bit of quality where the pace on the ball is almost perfect for the striker to have one touch, get out of his feet and strike it into the... That's a good goal. It's a good goal. Maybe from City's point of view it feels a bit weak, but I just think that's just the quality of opposition we're playing today. The weight of the ball was beautiful, and the striker's first touch was excellent. His second was even better, and it's 2-0. So it's a tough afternoon ahead, I think, for York City now. If it wasn't already tough enough, I think it just got a lot tougher.
Yeah, still celebrating Wycombe as well. Referee telling them to possibly get a bit of a move on to get back up to halfway to get ready for the game to be back underway. Port Vale 0, Barnsley 1 in the FA Cup.
The glee with which Wycombe have celebrated that goal suggests to them they know it's a good goal. It's just a good goal. The City have got to dust themselves down and just go again. Try and get a goal back.
Sinclair to Howe. They've got to show more than in an attacking sense, Ian, now that they're 2 down. The ball hasn't really, apart from 2 set pieces, been the other half of the field.
No, and the problem is
and that's a long overhit ball, and Nathaniel George can't do anything with that one.
Yeah, the problem is for them there, David, is the quality issue. Is that we can't get on the ball enough to create opportunities. It is almost like a smash and grab sort of look about it today. If we see anything, it's going to be hit them on the break. And Wycombe have just got that possession of the ball off to a tee. City just can't really get into. They can't get out of second gear. City, they're not being allowed to. At the moment, still early days, and one goal, which in City's favour, would upset the apple cart a little bit. But we're more hopeful right now than expectations.
On the right hand side to Pattenden. He comes in field, goes back to Scurra. He holds on to the ball. Luca Thomas has hardly touched the ball.
No, he's not. Oh, heck.
Long ball forward. Flag stayed down. Not sure if it was going to stay down, as it almost found its way through to Scowen.
Yeah, Luca Thomas, you mentioned there, David. We just can't get the ball to him. He's been snuffed out because Wycombe are winning the ball in that middle third, and City just cannot get it up front with any sort of quality at the moment.
Nathaniel George, he loses possession again. I think he might have been the one who lost possession for the second goal as well.
It just, players at this level are on you like a flash, and it does remind you that there is a difference, and there is there's two divisions of the difference. This has been shown right now.
This is the Wycombe really are the club that York City hope to be. 'Cause York City is a bigger club than Wycombe Wanderers.
100%. Oh, and
much bigger support, historically much bigger. But you look at how good this team is today with the 10 changes, and where they've been the last few years compared to where York City have been.
Yeah, this is what we'll strive to do, because they're playing the kind of football I think Adam Hinshaw wants his team to play. It's just we can't get the ball.
That's
like
nice
Wycombe
play
have.
from City on the left hand side, deep in their defensive third though, and Aguiar can't bring it under control, and it goes into touch for a throw in. 2-0 the home side continue to lead. 25 minutes gone here on BBC Radio York. Scarborough Athletic still goalless away at Burton Albion. Now across this near side to Labala. City just cannot get a foothold in this game. They cannot string 3 or 4 passes together. Wycombe go long this time. Fagan Walcott gets in front of his man, and he gets back in a second time. He's holding onto the shirt of Coney as well. And there's a high boot from Joe Felix there. Referee allows it to go. Kadua goes to ground, and now City do get it hold of it with Sinclair, and that's going to be a free kick and a chance again for York City to send all the big men forward. And you feel as though if the goal is going to come from anywhere, or a chance, let's go with a chance to start off with, it may have to be from a long ball or some sort of set piece. Yeah,
I think you're right, David, there. We can try and keep possession of the ball, but it's hard because Wycombe are all swamping our players, our midfield. So can we maybe get it forward that little bit quicker and try and hit them with a bit of direct football?
Aguiar's over it once more. Rochdale 1, Bromley 2. That's 1 goal back for Rochdale. There were 2 down at home to Bromley in the cup. So Aguiar's over the free kick. Everyone lines up on the edge of the box. Referee's whistle, and it comes now from Ricky Aguiar into the centre. It's over, hit straight into the arms of the goalkeeper unchallenged. Disappointing once more in an attacking sense from York City. Cannot afford to do that, Ian, if they're going to have any chance of getting back into this game.
No, and that slip again.
And now look at Wycombe coming forward on the break. Just over hit. Pattenden couldn't get there. Again, though, it's that ball in between the full-back and the centre-back.
Yeah.
Virtually every single time it's on.
Yeah, slide rule and waited.
Felix gives the ball away as he passes it across the edge of his penalty area.
Again?
Tight, wide right, pulled back into the centre, but Fagan Walcott's there. Does that hit the referee? No, it doesn't. It's Nathaniel George. Now City can play it out to the left-hand side to Tyrese Sinclair.
Yeah, Wycombe. Sorry, David. Wycombe are finding the balls into the strikers, and the runners are almost weighted to perfection. And City just at the moment are getting caught out far too often.
Yeah, so far it's the FA. When the draw came out, everyone from a York City perspective thought it was probably one of the worst ties they could have got.
Yeah.
Just a lack of glamour. We've been here before. How good the opposition are. Yeah. Distance from home. And so far, all of those fears have been realised.
That's the problem, isn't it? Because it's Wycombe Wanderers, it's not the glamour tie, but Wycombe Wanderers are a blooming good side and a tough one to beat. And we're learning that lesson right now.
Felix to Fagan Walcott. Fallowfield. Back again to Fagan Walcott. Bit of time on the ball for the man on loan from Cardiff. Long down the centre of the field he goes, looking for Nathaniel George to try to break the ball, but 3 Wycombe men just block him out there.
Yeah.
Never going to get on the end of that one. And again, all the way through to the goalkeeper it goes. Adam Hinchell was the sort of manager I think that will make changes at half-time, if not before, if this continues.
Yeah, because at the moment there's no real. It doesn't feel like there's any hope out there, and that sounds really defeatist. But we need a spark. Oh no!
Mail,
no.
Come out of his area, doesn't get much clearance to Labala, and it's going to be blocked in his own penalty area by Callum Howe. The shot was on target. Yeah, and then Howe's taking his foot or his eye off it and needlessly giving away a corner kick.
Yeah, the nerves have got to us now because I think they've realised that Wycombe are a good side and they're very, very dangerous. The nerves are there. Callum Howe never.
And they're falling asleep again from the corner kick. City. They've taken it quickly into the box. It comes deep. Header. Brilliant save, Harrison Mayle. What a save that is from Harrison Mayle as the corner came in. City completely fell asleep. Kadua, free header, 4 yards from goal. Thankfully, it was right in the centre of goal, and Harrison Mayle's able to tip it over the bar.
That's an outstanding save, David. And you might just give York some hope. What a save. I mean, that should be 3. Without doubt, that should have been 3. What a save.
You know, I'd be tempted to make a change now.
Yeah.
I don't know what that change would be. That's the problem.
Just to spark it, just to change something. Yeah. Because it does feel like we're on a walk into.
Again, they've got 2 over here for the corner. This time it's left for the goal scorer, or first goal scorer, Leahy, into the middle, headed clear by Ricky Aguiar. Good diving header clear. Straight though to a Wycombe man on halfway it comes. Now down the left-hand side, Matt Butcher, no relation to Pat apparently.
Mark?
Into midfield, Butcher.
Mark?
Might be related to Mark, but not Pat.
Other fictional characters are available. Yeah, Wycombe when they get on the ball, they look. I mean, it's a bit easy now for them. They're 2-0 up, but they look positive.
Ryan Fallowfield here, Kadua, and Kadua didn't get the ball. Round the corner it goes to Kone. Tackle comes in from Fagan Walcott.
Yeah, good play from Fagan Walcott there.
Throw in 5 or 6 yards away from the corner flag for the home team. They lead 2-0. You feel as though a third goal is coming.
Yeah. It has that feel about it, unfortunately. Wycombe are just maybe a level, at the moment, a level too good for us.
Throw in taken, nice little ball around the back. They've got in again here. Leahy to the middle, cut out by Callum Howe. Got in so easily around, just passing it around the York City players as if they're not there. Now City can break forward. Alex Hunt, he needs a bit of help. He's got Luca Thomas to his right. He chooses the wrong ball, but it's managed to find its way to Sinclair. Sinclair, edge of the area, takes on the shot. It's a net! 2-1! Brilliant finish from Tyree Sinclair. A curler from outside the box. Goalkeeper just stood there, motionless. Watched it fly over his left shoulder into the back of the net. It goes. A goal out of absolutely nothing on the break. York City have got themselves back into it. Wycombe Wanderers 2, York City 1 after half an hour.
What a goal! And you couldn't see it coming because Wycombe have had all the play. And for anything, we're thinking Wycombe might go and score a third goal here, but no. City have broke. Alex Hunt, fantastic. He won the tackle, and then he did make the right choice of pass right into Alex Hunt's feet, to Tyree Sinclair's feet. His touch was outstanding, and his second touch, well, I mean, you'll not see a better goal tonight.
I still think it's possibly the wrong decision. It just beats the defender. I thought the defender was going to cut it out. Yeah. He had an easy ball to put in Luca Thomas down the right-hand side, but Sinclair does absolutely brilliantly when it gets to him. Outstanding
feat from Sinclair. I think you're right. I think the pass even was a little bit of a bobbler. Maybe because it was a bobbler, it got to Sinclair. But I don't want to outdo Alex Hunt any. It
was a brilliant pass in the end because it found its way to Sinclair.
And
but the
easier
pass, just to lay it in down this right-hand side to Luca Thomas, it was through one-on-one in the centre of goal.
Yeah. But Sinclair, from that moment on, the moment he received the ball, his touch was exquisite. But the finish, I genuinely, you won't see a better goal tonight in the FA Cup, in the highlights. That was an outstanding strike from Tyree Sinclair. Wow.
City breathe new life into their FA Cup hopes. Wycombe Wanderers 2, York City 1.
Well, it might just give Wycombe something to think about and just knock them off there, because it was all a little bit too easy for them at 2-0. Now they realise they may be back in a game again. It's FA Cup after all.
Now at the back, just we were suggesting City maybe had to think about making a change as well.
Yeah, that's why we're not the managers. Adam Hinchwood is, but no, it has come from nowhere, but it's given City a big boost. The fans, all you can hear right now are York City fans.
Long diagonal ball, Wycombe in round the back again though on the right hand side. Kadua gets past Felix into the penalty area, pulls it back into the box, last ditch tackle for York City to block that virtually on the goal line from Fagan Walcott. Now down this left hand side, Leahy comes in past Nathaniel George, tackle comes in again from Fagan Walcott, lifted back in by Backinson to the right hand side. Sinclair, the goal scorer's back out helping, every man there helping York City, and City just think, right, let's just get rid of this, let's just try and calm this down for a second.
Yeah, I mean City have got themselves back in this match here. Now let's get to half time, regroup, be strong. So important this next 5 or 10 minutes, David, whatever's left.
Wycombe on the right hand side, Backinson gets it back, threads it through. Is he offside, Kone? No, flag stays down. Running out York City defence again in the penalty area. Kone gets a shot and it deflects behind for another corner. Harrison Mayle was beaten. He just had to watch it go past his near post, which thankfully it did. Fourth corner of the game to the home team.
Yeah, Kone did well there, but Callum Howe did even better from a York City perspective. He stood up and got that touch. You're right, if it had deflected towards the goal, it was in the back of it, but Howe did enough. So important City stay strong, David, this next 10 minutes. Get to half time, regroup, hear the manager's thoughts and come out and have a real go at it in the second half. It's certainly got the City fans on the feet. It really has. What a goal. Oh my word.
What reason is City not sending out a second man then for these corners when Wycombe have got two out there and they go short again to Wycombe? Now it comes back to Leahy, opens up the angle to the edge of the area to Backinson. He just dinks it into the box, headed clear by Callum Howe. Pattenden for Wycombe. Now City on the break, not a great ball to Alex Hunt. Sinclair wants it in the middle. He finds Felix instead down this right hand side, but Joe Felix just can't get there. Defender, good tracking back by Pattenden, gives it back to his goalkeeper.
Do you know, that's why it's so easy from here to see, but Alex Hunt had the ball running towards us weirdly, and Tyree Sinclair drifted in from the left into a central position. If Hunt sees him and pings it, he's one-on-one with the keeper.
He was trying to stay on side by staying in his own half of the field, wasn't he, as well, but he just had to hold on for too long.
But this has given City encouragement, definitely. Suddenly Wycombe maybe don't look quite as strong as
Scour.
It did.
Is the flag going to go up that far side? It doesn't again. Kadua, edge of the area, takes on Joe Felix around the outside. Still got it, Kadua. Has to play it off back to Pattenden. Now infield it comes to Declan Skura. Across this near side to Leahy. He gives it to Labala. A man from the Democratic Republic of Congo takes on Ryan Fallowfield. Fallowfield does well and wins his side the free kick on this occasion. 2-1 he stays.
He literally won his side the free kick. He knew exactly what he was doing, Ryan Fallowfield. All his years of experience there, just helping City out.
He lays it off to Ollie Pearce. I don't think we've mentioned Ollie Pearce today. He tries to send it down the right-hand side for Nathaniel George, but that's overhit. And it goes through to the goalkeeper once more.
The City's certainly making a game of this now. Wycombe realise they have a team to beat now.
Port Vale have equalised against Barnsley. Aldershot taking the lead. Jack Barham away at Bradford City in the FA Cup. On this left-hand side. The home team have it. Looking for Kone, intercepted by Fagan Walcott. Fagan Walcott in the centre of the field. 36 minutes gone. 2-1 to the League One side. City suddenly back in it, thanks to Tyrese Sinclair. Long ball for City. Pattenden tries to nod it back to his goalkeeper, has to come out to the edge of his area to clear first time.
Wobbly.
It was. It's Ryan Fallowfield. He gives it to Pearce. City got men forward again on the break here. Pearce, edge of the penalty area, thinks about having a shot, and now he does. Takes a nick off the defender, loops into the air, into Thomas in the centre of the box, still not cleared. He lays it off to Sinclair, and now it's going to be blocked, and they will now clear it on the far side of the field by the corner flag. Into touch for a York City throw-in.
Yeah, Wycombe looked a little bit ropey there. City have got them worried.
Actually by Pearce. He gives it to Sinclair, runs into the centre of the penalty area to Aguiar. Aguiar, poor layoff. Poor layoff to a blue shirt, and now Wycombe on the break if they want to, but that's not a good ball forward. Fallowfield gets his head to it, picked up by Hunt. That was a simple pass from Alex Hunt again, but going forward this time, and Thomas on the stretch couldn't get there.
That's the difference. And he does some great stuff, but Wycombe players in midfield, they thread that ball with the right weight of pass on it. Alex Hunt there, the weight of pass was wrong, and it's horrible because he's made one goal, but if they gets that right, we're in again.
Long ball downfield. Fallowfield reads that really well because they had 3-on-2 there, Wycombe, as they came forward. And Mail bowls it out to Pearce. Suddenly it's opened up a little bit since City got that goal back.
It's like a cup tie.
It is, amazingly. 1-2. Pearce into the box. No one there. Overhit. And he allows it to drop down and catches it. Does Shamal George. 7.5 minutes to go till half time. Cheltenham want to put Rotherham in the FA Cup. Wycombe knocking it around at the back once more. 08000 321 300 on WhatsApp if you want to get in touch with us. Start your message with the word York. 81333 on the text. Again, start your message with the word York. If you're a Scarborough fan or a York City fan listening this afternoon, maybe a Harrogate Town fan waiting for your side's game tomorrow, let us know what you think about these FA Cup first round games. As Nathaniel George wins the ball back for York City and gives it to Pearce. Pearce threads it through centre field. Thomas is offside. That's just disappointing because he was through on goal. Was Luca Thomas. I'm not sure he needed to be offside. It's at the far end of the field. We can't really tell from here, but that's half a chance wasted for York.
Yeah, it looked like he could have just held his run there, Luca Thomas, because Pearce couldn't get out of his feet quick enough. And as a striker, you've got to see that. And he just didn't. And he was in. He didn't need to. There's no player around him. If he stays on side, he is one-on-one with the keeper. Just a bit anxious, young lad, a bit anxious to get in, so we're not going to knock him for that. We're trying his best.
York City reminder, back in league action next Saturday, early kick-off, 12:30 against Hartlepool. All ticket at the LNL. We're expecting an 8,000 sellout. 8,000 and not 8,500, of course, because there'll have to be an empty block of seats as Wycombe come forward down the right side. They're in again. It's Kone, tight angle, still got it. It's Kone, still got it. York City getting men back. Kone still got it. Thought about going to ground under the tackle from Howe. Good last-ditch saving tackle from Fagan Walcott on the right-hand side, and then it's run into touch by Felix, who tries to win a free kick. Nothing given by the referee.
Yeah, Kone's a danger, isn't he? What a dangerous player. He's causing City problems.
12:30 that kick-off next week, so on air from 12. City win the ball back and come forward again on the break. Pearce, Nathaniel George wants it in between the full-back and the centre-back, but he couldn't thread it through. Ollie Pearce and the blue shirts once more get it. Another example there of just that little bit of difference in class between the two sides.
Again, that through ball. But the Wycombe players have been doing it all afternoon, and when City just getting that chance, is it not quite clear cut, not quite clean. But City, you cannot knock them. They are putting up a fight here, David. and Wycombe know it.
Midweek football this week. Scarborough Athletic on the road at Buxton. So Burton today and then Buxton Tuesday night. Commentary of that on all our frequencies this coming Tuesday. And James Fletcher. Long diagonal ball up towards the edge of the area. Ryan Fallowfield dives in again there. He's got to be careful. Still got it. It's Labala. Back to Butcher. Leahy. Gives it to Hartridge. And back again on this near side. And we're knocking it around at the back now with the home team with 4.5 minutes to go to half time, leading by 2-1. Alex Hunt misses his tackle in the centre of the field. The blue shirts have it. Leahy over the top looking for Kone. That's overhit this time, and that will go through to Harrison Mayle. Now you see how big that save was at 2-0.
Massive, because that's giving York a lifeline, and they've sort of semi-taken it so far. They got that goal back, 2-1. It's game on.
Fagan Walcott, long ball forward from him, looking for Nathaniel George. Overhit. Nathaniel George turns at Fagan Walcott. If say, what was that? Fagan Walcott turns to Nathaniel George. If say, well, it was a long ball. You were supposed to run after that.
And I'm looking at Adam Hinchwood, who's saying, put the ball in that area. So I think Fagan Walcott got the better of that argument.
Wycombe again. Good tackle from Joe Felix. Very unfortunate that it goes to a home team. Back onto the right hand side to Pattenden. To the right hand side to Kadua. Stays onside. He lays it off back to Pattenden. Infield it comes to Scowen. Now it's Skura. Back to Pattenden on the right. Back to Skura. Declan Skura tries to thread it through. And he does thread it through. But it misses everyone in a blue shirt and a white one. And goes through to Harrison Mayle, who bowls it out to Pearce. He gives it back to Fagan Walcott. 3 minutes, or just over 3 minutes to go in this first half. Forward to Luca Thomas. He gives it to Hunt. Hunt loses possession. Not a great first touch from the Wycombe man. He's going to overrun it. Tackle comes in from Fagan Walcott. Throw in right in front of us, halfway inside the half that York City are defending to the home team. They still lead by 2-1. Leahy again gives it to Hartridge, former Exeter City man. Back to Leahy. Now into midfield to Backinson. Thomas almost tackles him. The former Sheffield Wednesday midfielder keeps hold of the ball. Leahy. Little 1-2 in the centre of the park with Scowen. Laying the long diagonal ball. They've got him round the back again here, these long balls. I don't know if City are trying to play offside, but they get it wrong every single time. If they are, or maybe Wycombe are just too good. And then Joe Felix takes down his man just off the ball. They'll get a yellow card as well, will Joe Felix.
Yeah.
Just outside the penalty area. It's all like, well, I'm not letting him into the box.
I think yellow card there.
Yeah.
Maybe he is.
Yeah.
Joe Felix isn't happy getting the yellow, but I think, maybe the linesman's got it right. But certainly the Wycombe player was making sure he drew Felix into the foul.
Harbour Town won up at Tunbridge Angels in the FA Cup. Salford now lead Shrewsbury by 2-1.
And City got something to aim for here at this point, so keep that goal intact till half time. That's what Adam Hinch was just looking at his watch. He's saying keep it tight, pick your men up, let's get in.
Yes, whatever where you put it, they are all good players, but this is a scratch side today for Shrewsbury. They won't have ever played together this 11.
For Wycombe?
For Wycombe, sorry.
No, but it's still a good squad of it's a good squad of players that they've got available to them, because you can see it when you're watching them. They're good players. And City, for the large parts, they stood up to it, but Wycombe have just shown that extra little bit of quality at times.
This is better than a corner.
Yeah,
again, two men over the ball, so they can just knock it to Kadua here and then open up the angle and swing it in Leahy if he wants to. He does. At the edge of the box, no one's marked the man. Shot comes in, hits the bar, rebounds out the penalty area. York City again so fortunate. Great shot from Josh Scowen. Rattled the bar from 25 yards. City still struggling to clear. They do eventually now, and they're going to get a free kick in the penalty area. Maybe that's the little bit of luck that York City need. It stays 2-1.
Yeah, well, you think if Harrison Mayle's save, now they've hit the crossbar, you know, is it not Wycombe's day? But no, that was inches. 2 inches lower and it's in the back of the net. So yeah, City getting away with one there. But you listen, we're playing against a good team from a good level. You need a little bit of luck.
Fagan Walcott. That was a risky pass back to his goalkeeper, who's done well to dig it out up to halfway. The blue shirts have it again in the centre of the field. Atkinson to Skura. He comes back to this left-hand side to Hartridge. Back again to Skura. We've played 45. We can't see the board from here. 2 minutes goes up on the board. Far side of the field. Wycombe still have it. Back into the centre circle it goes. That's this near side, blocked by Nathaniel George as Leahy tries to play it. Now Nathaniel George on his bike. It's fallen nicely for him. Needs a bit of help in the middle. Tries to pull it back. It gets blocked. Back to Nathaniel George. Got an overlap if he wants it. Nathaniel George, edge of the box, gives it to Hunt. Back to Nathaniel George. Wycombe have got everyone back now. Moves sort of broken down here for York City. Gonna have to recycle it via Fagan Walcott. He dinks across into the box. Looking for Thomas, headed away by Wycombe. Picked up by Sinclair, far side of the field eventually when it stops bobbling around. Back again to the goal scorer for York City, Tyree Sinclair. Comes in field, gets it on that right foot. Gives it to Hunt. Hunt goes back to Joe Felix. Felix to Aguiar. Now to Joe Felix. Good possession with City, but they're not really going anywhere now. Hunt's going to go all the way back to halfway, and he almost gives away play, but it's a nice ball from Alex Hunt. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. To Fallowfield. Pierce threads it through the right. They're in there on the back now, City. Nathaniel George into the penalty area. Fallowfield tries to pull it back, hits the Wycombe man, can't get a decent cross in, and then it's just scrambled clear by Wycombe. York City have a throw in.
I'm not sure Fallowfield needs to take the ball off Nathaniel George. Fallowfield was going away from goal. A&G was going towards goal, and he wasn't happy there. A&G, he'd done all the hard work.
30 seconds to go until half time. Wycombe Wanderers 2, York City 1. Dan Batty decides that's enough for him. He goes down the tunnel.
He might want to hang on.
Just beneath us. Throw in taken. Fallowfield's allowed to put a deep cross into the box. One in the back post by Callum Howe, all the way across goal. There's going to be no one there though, and goalkeeper can come and gather. We've played the 10 seconds shy of playing the 2 minutes of injury time, and the goalkeeper Shamal George is going to eat up those 10 seconds. He now bowls it out to Skura. We have played the 2 minutes. The referee has a look at his watch and then allows play to continue. Wycombe, well, we're not stopping. We are now. That is the half-time whistle. Adam Hinshelwood jogs off, comes down the tunnel just to our right-hand side. His team have got themselves somehow back into this FA Cup game. They're cheered off by their supporters behind the goal away to our left-hand side. They trailed by 2-1. Leahy with a penalty on 14 minutes after Ryan Fallowfield gave away a spot kick with a needless challenge, really. Kadua quickly made it 2-0, but then Tyree Sinclair with a lovely curling goal, very similar to the second goal that he scored at Solihull, has got York City right back in this game, Ian Dunn. Yeah,
you've summed it up perfectly well, Dave. We're playing against a team with quality right throughout it, and for large spells they were opening City up, but City have gone in there, David. Yes, they found themselves 2-0 down, but one piece of, I want to say, absolute magic from Tyree Sinclair, an excellent work from Alex Hunt, have given City a glimmer of hope here. They go into this second half with a chance. You know, no one expected to come here and roll Wycombe over. They're still in with a chance after 45 minutes. Big second half. Can City hang on in there and chip away and maybe just surprise Wycombe?
Yeah, it will be a big second half for York City. Do feel they need to get the next goal in this game if they're to give themselves any chance. I think if they concede a third, it may be an uphill battle. But at half-time here at Adams Park, it's Wycombe Wanderers 2, York City 1.
Thank you very much to David Ward and to Ian Dunn. They're still playing in our other FA Cup game between Burton Albion and Scarborough Athletic. So let's hand you over to James Fletcher and your expert Scarborough Athletic summariser, Darren Foreman.
Ball down the left and clever shielding from Alex Wild. Brilliant. Allows the ball to go out of play.
Yeah, Ramel Donovan for Burton. He looks a really well-schooled player. Neat, tidy, nice left foot. Doesn't seem to panic under air pressure. He's been their standout player for me.
Welcome to those who are listening to York City away at Wycombe Wanderers from our FM coverage and on BBC Sounds. Here at the Pirelli Stadium, Burton Albion 0, Scarborough Athletic 0. We've played 4 of 7 added minutes after 3 injury stoppages, and Ryan Wickley in blue heaves the ball away. It's long as well, looking to Bennett, gets a decent enough contact to try and find Tier. Van Kooten will clear, however. Maltby has to get his header right and uses all his neck muscles to get enough power to send it back towards Ryan Whitley, who dives down on the ball away from Jack Cooper Love, who missed a penalty in the 20th minute It was a poor one straight down the middle, and Whitley just saved with his feet in front of the Scarborough supporters. Long ball forward over Bennett's head, and Burton just look a bit edgy when they're trying to get rid of these long balls away. They're not coming very often, however it is just causing some anxiety for those around the back line of Burton Albion. Harry Eisted has not been tested in this first half. Kieran Willeji scuffing a shot wide, the closest that the Sea Dogs have come, as Burton now lift one forward looking for the run of Donovan. Brown gets in front of him and then is pulled down 20 yards from goal. Donovan just having a word or two. He's getting really rattled up, the young teenage winger. Will Thornton having a word with him now as he makes his they make their way up towards halfway.
Alex Brown got himself in a really good position there. He forced the foul because he got himself across and didn't track his runner.
Thornton and Donovan are still having exchanges as they make their way up towards halfway. Whitley from just outside his own penalty area then. We are in the 51st minute. Whitley then with the ball away, and it will be now with Richie Bennett. Ball lands on the 18-yard line. Dylan Williams can't get it clear with the first header. Alex Wiles, a chance to shoot, then he gets caught, and a free kick right at the end of the first half here for Scarborough Athletic, which the fans celebrate as if it's as strong an appeal and celebration as Burton's penalty earlier.
Studs first, definitely a foul.
I'll watch out for Alex Perver or whoever.
So Alex Perver over this, Luca Colville as well. There's about 4 in the committee, as Wiles in the D makes his way back to his feet. They've had to wait very patiently for an attacking chance, Scarborough Athletic, but now it arrives right at the end of this first half.
Left foot of Luca Colville for me from that side.
Colville, who scored in the first round, of course, against Forest Green, looking to repeat that feat. How many in the wall for Burton? There's 5.
Hit the target.
Referee Sean Mather taking as much time to just communicate to the Burton Albion defence before marking out where they should stand. But Luca Colville with a gorgeous chance for Scarborough Athletic right on the stroke of half-time. Harry Eisted looks poised. Colville's only got one thing on his mind, left-footed. It goes through the wall, deflected behind, but stays in play as Burton Albion look to now bring it away. It's the final piece of action. There's half-time. The Scarborough Athletic fans applaud largely and delightfully, and Ryan Whitley takes that applause as the players walk off at half-time. 0-0 Darren Foreman, and that is something that they would have gladly accepted if offered it at kick-off.
For sure, there's been a lot of huff and puff from Burton, a lot of possession. Haven't done a lot with it, if I'm perfectly truthful. But Scarborough, come into the game last 10 minutes. I think the change of shapes helped them.
Well, in summary, very quickly off those chances, Burton Albion had a shot through Charlie Webster which whistled wide. Ben Whitefield went close as well. The 26th minute, a penalty which Jack Cooper Love couldn't dispatch. The ball has been in the net since for Burton Albion, but chalked off for offside. Kieran Willeji scuffing a chance inside the box, and right on the stroke of half-time, as you've been hearing, Luca Colville hitting his free kick into the wall. Half-time here at the Pirelli Stadium. Burton Albion 0, Scarborough Athletic 0.
Weekday afternoons from 2.
With Toby Foster.
Nigella eats in bed.
Wrong.
Why?
Because it's just wrong.
But breakfast
You sleep in bed. You're not a dog.
Dogs don't eat in the beds.
Dogs take little bones and hide them places, and usually it's in the beds.
But breakfast in bed is a thing.
But it shouldn't be, because that's where you sleep. That's what you eat before you brush your teeth. No one does that. It's wrong.
Pardon? Everybody eats before they brush their teeth.
No one eats before they brush their teeth, please.
That's what you're supposed to do.
No.
I think you're an alien who's not been quite properly briefed.
Weekday afternoons from 2.
Toby Foster.
BBC Radio York.
So second half commentary to come here on BBC Radio York Sport. Let's run you through some of the other half-time scores. First of all, shall we? Starting with the Premier League's lunchtime kickoff, Newcastle United beat Arsenal by 1-0 at St James's Park, thanks to a goal from Alexander Isak. Elsewhere in the Premier League at half-time, AFC Bournemouth lead Manchester City by a 1-0 as well. Semenko with the goal in that one. It's 0-0 between Ipswich Town and Leicester City. Liverpool are also behind at Anfield. Brighton and Hove Albion lead there by a 0-0. It's Nottingham Forest 1, West Ham United 0. Chris Wood with the goal after 27 minutes for the home side in that one, and it's goalless between Southampton and Everton at St Mary's as well. The evening kickoff tonight is between Wolverhampton Wanderers and Crystal Palace at 5:30. Elsewhere in the Championship, 3 early kickoffs in that for you today. Blackburn Rovers 0, Sheffield United 2, it finished there. Oxford United 1, Swansea City 2, and Stoke City 2, Derby County 1. Elsewhere, these are now half-time scores in the Championship. Cardiff City 0, Norwich City 0, Hull City 1, Portsmouth 0, Leeds United 3, Plymouth Argyle 0, Middlesbrough 0, Coventry City 1, Preston North End 0, Bristol City 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0, Sunderland 0, and Sheffield Wednesday 1, Watford 1. Right into the FA Cup first round, it's Barrow 0, Doncaster Rovers 0, Brackley Town 0, Braintree Town 0, Bradford City 0, Aldershot Town 1, Bristol Rovers 1, Western Superman 0, Burton Albion 0, Scarborough Athletic 0 in our DAB digital radio commentary with James Fletcher and Darren Foreman. Carlisle United 0, Wigan Athletic 0, Chesterfield 1, Horsham 0, Crewe Alexandra 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 0, Exeter City 1, Barnet 1, Gillingham 0, Blackpool 1, Grimsby Town 0, Wealdstone 0, Hensford Town 2, Gainsborough Trinity 0, Maidenhead 0, Crawley 0, Newport County 2, Peterborough United 1, Port Vale 1, Barnsley 1, Reading 0, Fleetwood 0, Rochdale 1, Bromley 2, Rotherham United 1, Cheltenham Town 2, Rushall Olympic 0, Accrington Stanley 0, Salford City 2, Shrewsbury Town 1, Solihull Moors 0, Maidstone United 0, Southend United 1, Charlton Athletic 2, Stevenage 0, Guiseley 0, Stockport County 0, Forest Green Rovers 0, Swindon 0, Colchester United 0, Tunbridge Angels 0, Harbour Town 1, Tranmere Rovers 1, Oldham Athletic 1, Walsall 0, Bolton Wanderers 0, Woking 0, Cambridge United 0, Worthing 0, Morecambe 1, and Wycombe Wanderers 2, York City 1. Our FM and BBC Sounds game, and the late kick-off today in the FA Cup is between Northampton Town and Kettering Town at 5:30 as well. So those are the halftime scores at the moment. Let's get a bit of travel news for you now and just get you the latest out and about on the roads as well. And there are queues on the A1 into the roadworks at Wentbridge as well. In Scarborough, it's slow on the A64 Seamer Road around the Queen Margaret's Road. In York, it's slow on Foss Islands Road, Barbican Road, Paragon Street around Lawrence Street as well. On public transport, buses run instead of trains on Transpennine Express between Northallerton and Middlesbrough because of engineering works. There are some roadworks to look out for as well. In Kexby, there are temporary lights on the A1079 at Dalbury Lane because of roadworks. In South Stainley, there are temporary traffic lights on the A61 Ripon Road near Church Lane because of roadworks. That's until Monday. In Scarborough, traffic is taking turns on St Michael's Lane for water main work at Farley Road. There's also water main works which has closed Arthington Road in Bramhope from Kings Road to Bank Top Lane. That's your travel news for North Yorkshire. Don't forget, if you see a problem out and about on the roads and it's safe and it's legal, you can let us know about it by calling 0800 111 4849.
Georgie Spanswick at breakfast.
Mr. Motivator, before we let you go, what can you say to the rest of our Team Swim for Children in Need, the 1,000-mile challenge that they're taking on? What can you say? A final motivating motto for them?
Okay, what I've got to say to them is this, that Georgie is the leader. And as a team leader, she's the inspiration.
Yes.
And all you got to do is look at her butt in front of you, and that should drive you on to complete that mile easy.
I love you, Mr. Motivator.
Georgie Spanswick.
Weekdays from 6.
BBC Radio York.
BBC Radio York Sport, Pete Spencer taking you through half-time here. Let's squeeze in a little bit of reaction from Ripon diver Jack Law, shall we? He's been speaking to us in the week about climbing Mount Kilimanjaro and also his reaction to diving not being included in the Commonwealth Games. Well, diving, hockey, squash and some others are amongst the sports which will not feature in a scaled down Commonwealth Games in Glasgow in 2026. Glasgow, of course, stepped into the breach after the Australian state of Victoria withdrew last year. Other sports missing out at the Games are triathlon, T20 cricket, badminton and rugby sevens as well. While Ripon diver Jack Law has, of course, won 7 gold medals at 3 Commonwealth Games over the last decade. He was also a flag bearer at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games. He's been giving us his reaction to diving not being included in the latest Commonwealth Games in Glasgow as well, and also about taking some time out to climb Mount Kilimanjaro.
We, after the COVID Games been delayed 1 year, it was only 3 years into Paris, and we build all those 3 years to do 6 dives. So my synchro partner and myself, Anthony, we got the bronze. We do 6 dives and they last about 2 to 3 seconds each. So you're doing about 12 to 18 seconds worth of work, basically.
It's crazy
for those
when you say
3
that.
whole years.
Yeah, 3 whole years.
It's literally less than 20 seconds of actual. It needs to be right, and we do 3 years of preparation for that.
Gosh.
And if it's not, then you miss out on the medal, and you've got to wait another 4 years until the next time to get there. It's a lot of pressure. It's mentally taxing, especially for myself, because Anthony, it was his first ever Olympic Games.
Yeah.
So for him, I've been there, done that, and I really wanted to get it across the line for him. I didn't want to make any mistakes, and I didn't want to mess up.
Yeah.
So it was really mentally taxing for myself as well, because I just wanted it so much for him rather than myself.
Yeah, and the stress that you put on yourself. Well, it was a joy to watch it, honestly. Our hearts were in our mouths, but you carried yourselves well. You really did. And to come away with a medal was even better. So look, I think you are the ideal gentleman to give our Radio York swimming team a little bit of a boost and a bit of a motivational kind of talk, really. They're taking on this 1,000-mile challenge, Jack. They've got to swim a mile a day for 5 consecutive days. So they're in that pool every single day over the next 5 days. It starts on Monday. What advice can you possibly give our swimmers?
It's obviously going to be a really tough challenge, but I think it's one very similar to the Kilimanjaro journey that I've just done, where you've got to get up every single day and you've got to achieve something. You have to get it across the line, and they're doing it for charity. It's very, very similar. Every single mile is counting up and getting better. You just have to keep going. You just have to keep pushing, and it's going to be hard. I think that you have to understand that. I think that a lot of the motivation that I have, it comes with the acceptance that it's going to be a difficult journey.
Well, that is Ripon's Jack Law. They're just about to get back underway between York City away at Wycombe Wanderers. We'll then split our Scarborough Athletic commentary as soon as they're ready. But here's David Ward with the second half of Wycombe Wanderers against York City.
And there's the referee's whistle to get the second half underway. No changes at the break. So York City line up with Mail in goal. The back four: Felix, Fagan, Walcott, Howe, Fallowfield. Then it's Aguiar, Hunt, Nathaniel George, Sinclair, Pearce and Thomas up front. Tyrese Sinclair's wonder goal getting York City back into this FA Cup tie. They trail by 2-1 at half time. Run through the Wycombe side in just a second. York City kicking from right to left as towards their own supporters in this second half. That means that Wycombe are also shooting towards their own fans in the second period. It's been played all the way back to the goalkeeper Shamal George. He's the goalkeeper. The back four of Luke Leahy, Alex Hartridge, Declan Scurrett and Jasper Pattenden. In midfield, Tarek Baconson, Matt Butcher and Josh Scowen. Then long ball down the centre of the field. Long ball is well cut out by the covering defender there, Fagan Walcott. I thought it was the wrong goal there if he could have brought that down under a bit of control. He clears now, does Fagan Walcott, into the centre of the field as far as Luca Thomas, who tries his best with a bouncing ball and does really well actually to find Nathaniel George on the right hand side. He can run at the Wycombe defenders if he wants to. Sinclair's in space on this near side, the left. Gets past his man, does Nathaniel George, up towards the edge of the box. Now he comes in field. Actually, Nathaniel George tries to give it to Luca Thomas, doesn't have the legs to get there. Falls to Alex Hunt, who's told to shoot. He doesn't. Instead feeds Ollie Pearce by the corner flag on the right hand side. Pearce keeps it in play, lays it off back to Fallowfield, who gave away the penalty for the first Wycombe goal, and then so poor. I'm not sure if that's Ryan Fallowfield's fault or Ollie Pearce, who was doing a bit of daydreaming was way offside, and Wycombe were able to come forward. City win it back though through Fagan Walcott. Hunt to Pearce. Sorry, Sinclair. Now to Felix. Into the middle it goes to Thomas. He gives it to Hunt. Round the corner it goes to Ollie Pearce. Pearce to the right-hand side on the stretch to Ryan Fallowfield. Now to Nathaniel George. City got to stay on side. Nathaniel George goes back again to Fallowfield. Into the middle of the park to Hunt. Back to Fallowfield. He gives away possession. He's done some good things, but some really poor things as well, Ryan Fallowfield, so far this afternoon. They're giving it away, though, with Wycombe once more to Alex Hunt, who skips past away from his man. Gives it to Felix. He moves it to Sinclair on this left, in front of us here. Sinclair forced back to halfway, and he finds Callum House. Still 2-1 to the home team. City need to find an equalising goal, you have to think. Long ball down the centre of the field for Thomas. Thomas flicks it into the middle. Wycombe are going to clear, which they do. Pattinson gives it away. It doesn't fall kindly for Aguiar, and they will eventually clear now, the home team. Bring in Ian Dunn in just a second as Wycombe try and play it out on that left-hand side. And they've done well over there as Matt Butcher. Now they come forward over halfway. Leahy round the back for Labala. Good covering once more from Fagan Walcott. Hunt. Oh, that's not good from Alex Hunt. And then on the stretch, Aguiar gives away the foul. Ian Dunn.
Yeah, just the early exchange of the second half, David. City, Wycombe saying look a little bit not quite as sure of themselves. A couple of loose passes there, losing it in the box, and City certainly coming out with the right attitude here.
Ready for the start of the second half. That's got to be a foul. That should be a yellow card as well there, as Aguiar tries to break forward. The referee's looking at this near side. Beckinson, surely that's a yellow card. Time if you want to listen to the second half of Scarborough Athletics commentary away at Burton Albion, goalless at half time. That is now ready for you on DAB. Why is that not a yellow card to Beckinson?
I have no idea at all. Very similar to there's a rash challenge in the first half that did get a yellow card.
Well, it's a pullback. Just completely stopped the break.
Yeah.
That's a nailed on yellow card every day of the week. Apart from today for this referee.
Not sure what the referee didn't see there.
Yeah, Tom Reeves. He looked across to his official, the fourth official, or the linesman, to try and get a bit of help, but he gave the foul. He should have been able to see, and that's a bit of a waste, though, from York City. That's played straight out of play, the free kick for a goal kick. Completely overhit.
Yeah, Callum Howe just getting it all wrong there with the crossfield pass to ANG.
Yeah, they've got to remind themselves they're still in it. Still no signs of any substitutions here from York City.
No, because it spells in that second half. They had moments, didn't they? You know, you think a couple of loose passes that didn't quite come off. Wycombe with a better side. You know, anyone could contest that. But City had their moments. And they'll be hoping for a few more in the second half.
Long ball downfield. That Mail comes to the edge of his area to gather. Yeah, it can only be a matter of time, though, you would have thought, for York City to make the changes, as it would be any game. We know he likes to make his substitutes. He normally makes all 5. Does Adam Hinchell would. Can't imagine today will be any different. Thomas back to Mail. Mail to the right hand side to Fagan Walcott. He plays it down the right to Nathaniel George. Oh, that's taken out. That's got to be a yellow card for Leahy. It is. He just turned him, did Nathaniel George. Leahy clattered into him and he's hurt himself as well. The yellow card is out this time.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much Leahy knew about it. It had to be a yellow because A&G was brilliant skill, totally threw him. But I think the defender's come off worse. I think he's gone to get tight and then realised the ball's gone past him, and in that moment he's just ran into Ashley Nathaniel George. Gets a yellow card for it.
Still on his haunches here, is it, Leahy?
Yeah, he's definitely come off worse.
Hobbles away. Nathaniel George is up, thankfully. The yellow card was shown, so that's one man from each side into the book. Joe Felix for York City, Luke Leahy for Wycombe, both, as it happens, are both left backs. They're both playing at left back. City take the free kick. Fagan Walcott looking for Sinclair. Sinclair wins the flick on as well, but can't direct it back in field. And it's in touch in front of us as some of the hospitality members still finding their way back to their seats in front of us. Pattendon takes the throw in, gives it back to Skura. He gives it to his goalkeeper in his old yellow kit, George. And he sends it out to the far side to Hartridge. Hartridge to Backinson. Chesterfield have got a second for Will Grigg as well against Horsham in the Cup. Bradford have equalised the former York City striker Vidane Oliver against Aldershot 1-1. Doesn't get many appearances at the moment for Bradford City. Vidane Oliver. Fagan Walcott again does really well at the back and then gives away possession.
Scary.
But thankfully the flag had gone up. What's it gone up for?
I think
it's gone out for a corner.
It's gone out, yeah. Fagan Walcott did well to win that initial ball, but clearly the ball had gone out. And Wycombe have a corner, so City must defend this properly.
Southend 2, Charlton 2. Ollie Coker with the equaliser for Southend. The National League club drawing level with the League One club. Corner kick then, 5th of this game for the home team. City yet to have a corner from the far side. Again, they've sent 2 men out. City have only got 1 man over there. In it comes now. It's a poor one. Doesn't beat the first one. Never got about a foot off the turf, that. And it's cleared at the near post. I think it was about Ollie Pearce. And City on the break. But Patterson has it at the back, and he does really well. The former Worthing man gives it to his goalkeeper, who clears.
Good pressure from Tyrese Sinclair, though. He made Wycombe work hard, and that's what City have got to do this half. Make them work for everything.
They're trying to thread it through. Felix is there to intercept for York City. He gives it to Fagan Walcott. Pearce round the corner to Fallowfield, back to Pearce. Pearce goes back to Fagan Walcott, who goes back to his goalkeeper.
No.
Scuffs his clearance straight to a blue and white shirt, but he's fortunate that he couldn't control it. Wasn't expecting it there, Scowen. But the home team have it again in the middle of the park. To this right side, they've been encouraged to shoot by the supporters around us from ridiculous distances. Wycombe, for whatever reason. Now down the right hand side, cutting in towards the penalty area. Sinclair does well, puts the block, and that's going to go out of play for a throw-in. It's a beautiful setting for those people who haven't been here to Adams Park, the far side of the ground. See all the trees and their autumnal colours. And the referee is saying what here? They're making changes here, Wycombe. 24 and 11 went up on that board there. So Kone goes off. And Daniel Udo comes on.
It's a strong substitute to come on. I mean, Kone has played well. Udo, a very good player.
And the other change there was, I think, was Josh Scowen coming off.
Dipak Nyemi, he's getting a personalised warm-up here. He's coming on, David, at some point. He's getting a personalised warm-up here.
And it's number 20 that's coming on, Cameron Humphreys, who's on a season-long loan from Ipswich Town. It's a throw-in by the corner flag for the home team. They lead by 2-1.
You've seen this before, David?
In it comes now, headed clear by Callum Howe. Sorry, I missed that completely. What you were saying.
He's getting a personalised warm-up.
Oh, he is, yeah, by the trainer, yeah.
The trainer.
City have it in midfield. Hunt tries to thread it through to Pearce, can't find him. And Wycombe have it again at the back. Pattenden to Skura. And moving it from right to left now. Up towards halfway come Wycombe. Yeah, I imagine Dipwakin will be the first change for York City. Long diagonal ball forward, up towards the edge of the area. Brought under control by Udo. City intercept. Picked up again though. Again we can hear the cries of shoot from 35 yards from in front of us. They have it on the right hand side, just outside the penalty area. Back into the middle of the field it comes. Humphreys gets his first touch and is coming on. Ball forward, controlled on his chest, he goes to ground, just the edge of the box to Udo. That's soft, referee.
Yeah,
challenge from Fagan Walcott. Really, really soft.
Almost like he couldn't wait to blow the whistle there, the referee. I don't know why, but it gives Wycombe a real
he's definitely given the home team some decisions here so far as the referee today. Which is not really what you need as an underdog.
No, you need something to go for. Mind you, we've had the male save and the miss. A bit of luck needed. A little bit more maybe here.
So this is a free kick right on the edge of the D, the right hand side, perfect position. If anything, possibly a couple of yards, just that little bit too near to the edge of the penalty box. City sat lining up a 5-man wall. Harrison Mayle trying to make sure he's in the right place.
Yeah, looking at them boards, and they do go white. You imagine to the corner coming across and your defender's up in the air about to kick it. They do come on really bright. I know there's 1,000,000 to 1 chance of it happening, but that flash hits you.
3 Wycombe men over the ball. Leahy, he's the free kick specialist, the man who took the penalty. He's there. Recovered from the knock that he picked up. One of the Wycombe men were now walked away. I think Udo's also over it. Oh, is that Labala? I think it's Labala, isn't it? Labala with his right foot. Luke Leahy with his left. There goes the whistle. It's going to be Leahy. Into the wall. No, over the wall. Into the back of the net. The wall jumped. Harrison Mayle couldn't get anywhere near it. Away to his left-hand side. It's a beautiful free kick. I said he was a free kick specialist.
Yeah.
And you can see why.
That was an absolute peach. And what a free kick. Harrison Mayle had no chance. Right in the top corner from Leahy. Beautiful left-footed strike. And you just felt when the referee gave that free kick, there's something didn't feel right. And that's what's happened. City found themselves 3-1 down. It's a great goal, but I'm not sure about the free kick in the first place, David.
No. I think it's an extremely soft free kick. And Malachi Fagan-Walcott can count himself very, very unfortunate. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And it just sets York back again a little bit here, because could have just done without that, obviously. 3-1 then to the home team. City have the 2-goal deficit once more to make up. Next goal is obviously really important for City to get it. Fagan-Walcott to Howe on this near side. Felix, not a great touch. Howe manages to clear. Headed clear once more by the Wycombe defence. Fagan-Walcott to Felix. Thomas under pressure in the middle of the field. Thomas goes to ground and wins the free kick to York City. Yeah, disappointing for York. They've been done by a free kick and a penalty for 2 of the goals. 2 set pieces. That was a great free kick. Yeah. You know, regardless of whether it was or wasn't, the goal was fantastic. It was only a sort of like a 2-step run-up as well, wasn't it? Yeah, he just clipped it, had everything on it, right into that top corner, leaving Harrison Mayle with no chance. Mayle. I think Dipper will be coming on. Yeah, he'll be on in a second. It's weird, you still feel as if there could be chances here for City. I don't know why, because, you know, we haven't really tested their goal yet this second half. It hasn't seemed to have kicked in. But Wycombe have got the odd error in them. Can City somehow benefit? Barnet have got a second goal at Exeter. They lead 2-1 down in Devon. In the FA Cup, Zach Brunt with the goal for Barnet. City could do with a second here to get themselves back in this game. Down the centre of the field, headed away by Wycombe. Nodded forward by Butcher. Only finds its way there to Ollie Pearce. Pearce over the top for Fallowfield. Stays on side, does he? Does, by the corner flag. Tries to get a cross in. Scrambled clear over that far side by Hartridge. Into the crowd it goes for a throw into York. You can still hear the York City fans. It's almost if we can get through that middle part of the pitch and into their defence, their final third, they don't look solid, you know. They look like a little bit shaky, Wycombe, when we get in behind them. Can we do more of that in this second half and really test this Wycombe defence? Here comes the change. Here we go. It's Luca Thomas that comes off for Dipo Akinyemi. No real surprise there. No, he's not really had much of the ball. I'm not blaming him for that. He's worked hard, Luca Thomas, but we haven't been able to get the ball to him. Now it's up to Dipper. What can he do? Has he got that little bit of magic dust that he can sprinkle this afternoon and bring York City back into this match? Great opportunity for him to showcase his talents on the big stage. Well, here we go. So what sort of throw have York City got here by the corner flag, far side of the ground? It's a longish one into the penalty area, headed clear on his far as Nathaniel George, who gives it back to Aguiar, who took the throw in. Aguiar chips it into the box, easy for the goalkeeper to gather. Yeah, there's no real quality on that ball, unfortunately, from Ricky Aguiar. Didn't give Callum Howe any chance. The keeper just comes and gathers it. Jamal George. Harbour Town 2 up now at Tunbridge Angels. Walsall equalising against Bolton in the Cup. Just past the hour mark here. Wycombe Wanderers 3, York City 1. Felix. Sinclair. Can be robbed of it, Sinclair. He is. And they win the throw-in as well to the home team on this near side. Can't say exactly what happens. We've got the away dugout blocking our view. It's a throw-in to the home team that Patterson takes and gives back to Scurra. Scurra infield to Hartridge. To the left-hand side. Wycombe go long. Ball over the top, trying to turn the York City defence. He's got through here. On the right-hand side is Udo. Tight angle, takes on the shot, wins yet another corner kick for the home team.
Yeah, they're so lively. That ball is getting behind. When it gets behind York's defence, Wycombe have got the players to get on the end of it, and they do look dangerous in those phases of play.
Leahy goes across to take the corner. Far side of the ground. Could be an outswinger. Only sent the one man out this time, and it comes into the box, so it's not cleared by York City. All the way across goal it comes. Dinked back in again, and Harrison Mayle has to tip it over his bar.
Good goalkeeping. Lovely play from Leahy. Just a little dink, trying to catch Harrison Mayle out. If it wasn't for getting caught out, Harrison Mayle there. Good tip over the bar.
Oldham 2-1 up now at Tranmere in the Cup. That's an upset of sorts, if that stays the same. Corner kick this near side of the field. 7th for the home team. And it comes now, centre of goal, headed away by Callum Howe. Not very much distance though. Then the shot comes in, on the bicycle kick, and it's just wide of goal. Mayle was completely beaten.
Yeah. It's an intuitive overhead kick there.
Playing it out from the back of York City. Fagan Walcott to Fallowfield on the right hand side. Forward to Akinyemi. He gets his first touch, playing on the right wing. Dipo Akinyemi tries to feed it through to Ollie Pearce, intercepted by the Wycombe defence. And they clear. Joe Felix to Fagan Walcott. Fagan Walcott over his shoulder to Fallowfield does very well. And then Felix does well to give it back to Akinyemi. He takes his eyes off the ball there. Akinyemi, he tried to come forward, got it stuck under his feet, and then it just runs over the white line. That'll be a throw-in to the home team. 3-1, they continue to lead. 18 minutes gone in this second half.
Yeah, big frustration.
We've not really seen too much from York City once more in this second period.
Akinyemi out on the right hand side there. Yeah, the ball's just running under his foot. That'll frustrate the manager. However,
almost given it away there. Wycombe very fortunate to keep hold of the ball. Now they've been fed in again down this right hand side. Kadua cross into the box. Who's that come off last? Callum Howe. Of course it's come off Callum Howe.
He's hurt himself.
He hasn't. It's lofted in again. Fagan Walcott does well. Goal saving challenge. And Fallowfield just outside his penalty area does well. He's up those. Callum Howe. He's fine. Fagan Walcott goes long. Easily dealt with though by the Wycombe defence. Again, Maidenhead lead Crawley by a goal to nil. That'll be an upset, and if that stays the same, York City will be without a fixture in 3 weeks' time when they're supposed to be playing at home to Maidenhead, because that is FA Cup second round day. And bizarrely, FA Cup third round day, they're supposed to be travelling to Maidenhead, so that game would still be up in the air as well. Offside flag goes up. Referee, what's going on here? He's been dragged all the way across this near side. Is someone down on this near side that we can't see from here? Yeah, I think there's a Wycombe player as they're off the field.
He did clash with Callum Howe, because Callum Howe hurt himself. In fact, the lad that threw the crossing, I think, seemed to end up hurting himself. I don't think it was a challenge. I think it was twisted his whatever whilst crossing the ball.
And he's now receiving a bit of treatment. Right on the edge of the pitch by the corner flag. The referee could just ask him to move a couple of inches so he can get back underway. Swindon 0, Colchester 1 in the Cup. He's up, but he may have to go off here. Wycombe might have to make a change. I know it is in a second. Is it Kadua? No rush to get off. I think it is Gideon Kadua. The man is on loan from West Ham. Come on, referee, sort this out. No, they're going to make the change first. It is Kadua.
Coming up to the pitch, number 7, David Wheeler.
That's David Wheeler that comes on, the winger. So straight swap. Former QPR man. Charlton have got a third at Southend, 3-2. York City have a throw-in. Halfway inside their own half, far side of the field as we approach the halfway point of this second half. Wycombe Wanderers 3, York City 1. Barnsley have got a second against Port Vale. They lead by 2-1. Bradford have turned it around against Aldershot. Christian Magoma own goal. Bradford 2, Aldershot 1 in that game. Hunt tries to send to this near side. Has it got enough on it? It doesn't. It's intercepted by Pattenden. Sinclair just had to stand there waiting for it. I don't think he's been involved much this half. Tyree Sinclair skips past the tackle edge of the York City penalty area, all the way across goal. It goes block once, shot comes in, and it's gone wide of goal. Almost a fourth for Wycombe.
Yeah, Wycombe have sort of they've stamped City out here. That something needs to change for City for it to have any sort of impact in this match. Now there's still time. The next goal obviously crucial, but City, it doesn't look like anything's coming at the moment. Wycombe are it's all a little bit too easy for them again.
Fagan Walcott clears long, headed into touch for a York City throw-in, just on halfway, far side of the field. The referee's saying you're stealing too many yards there, Ryan Fallowfield.
It's not a good throw-in. It's not a good throw-in.
Terrible. Straight to a man who can't control it, lays it off back to him. Too high, Alex Hunt straight back into touch now for a Wycombe throw.
I wonder if Ryan Fallowfield's let that penalty just upset him a little bit this afternoon. And a few times now he's given the ball away cheaply or made it difficult for his colleagues to get it under control. He's better than that.
Intercepted by Fagan Walcott. Blue shirts win it back though. Sliding tackle comes in by Fallowfield, but it goes straight to another blue shirt. Cross into the box, edge of the box deflected. Aguiar clears again straight to a blue shirt. They're winning all the second balls at the minute. It was a foul, but again I think it's a little bit soft as the Wycombe man has his ankles clipped there by Alex Hunt. Labala have taken the free kick quickly. Pattenden on this right hand side. He skips in past Sinclair. Still got it, Pattenden up towards the edge of the box. Through a room, he decides to go back to Backinson. Hartridge, everyone in the York City half of the field. By the goalkeeper, long ball downfield for Odo, just too far in front of him. Through to Harrison Mayle. What can City do about this? Can they breathe any sort of life into this? Resuscitate their FA Cup chances here this afternoon. Fallowfield back to Fagan Walcott. Fagan Walcott, Bradford have got a third goal against Aldershot. Nathaniel George to Howe. Now Sinclair, the goal scorer for City. Gets it back to his captain Callum Howe. Howe's going to be forced back again though to Mayle. Western-super-Mare have equalised at Bristol Rovers in that big West Country derby, 1-1. Now it goes across to Fallowfield, down the line to Akinyemi. Akinyemi back to Fallowfield. Fagan Walcott under pressure, Mayle clears. Pearce does well to win it and get a bit of space. Comes across this left hand side, gets a round of applause from the York City fans. Still got it, Ollie Pearce. Sinclair wanted it a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Sinclair couldn't get there and the goalkeeper clears. From one goalkeeper to the other. This time it goes through to Harrison Mayle. 3-1 it remains. Callum Howe gets it. City getting ready to make a double change down there. Felix. He's giving it away. Who's that? Alex Hunt again. Hunt and Fallowfield at times. I know it's a perfect ball in the end. It turns from Alex Hunt for York City's goal, but they've both gifted away possession so often. Hunt, Fallowfield, back to Hunt. He had a good FA Cup run, of course, a couple of years ago, Alex Hunt, with Grimsby. Fallowfield threads it through to Pearce, who almost got there, but he was offside. Tackle in the penalty area. It would have been a penalty because it was a foul, but the flag goes up. Flag correctly goes up.
Yeah, just offside. Just got his run slightly wrong, Ollie Pearce. It was very tight margins there, but I think the linesman's got it right.
He's a fortunate boy though. There's the defender, Hartridge.
Yeah, there'll be inches in that. Toenails.
So Nathaniel George is the first to come off here for City. Coming on, Marvin Armstrong for him. Ricky Aguiar's also coming off.
Coming onto the pitch, number 15, Marvin Armstrong.
So who was the first that came on there? Because the fourth official, and he's got his board collared up again. So Armstrong's come on for Aguiar. Nathaniel George went off. Who went on for Nathaniel George, Ian?
I think it's all Armstrong has definitely come on, and Billy. Oh no. It's Crooks.
Adam Crooks, it is Adam Crooks. Wycombe over edge of the area, shot comes in, Harrison Mail saves. Adam Crooks' first appearance of the season. So what are City doing here at the back then? Akinyemi's gone through the centre alongside Pearce. They've gone 4-4-2 of York City. And Crooks has gone to left back. Long ball downfield by City. Looking for Fallowfield, Akinyemi. Akinyemi picks it off Fallowfield, just outside the penalty area. Turns back in field, does Akinyemi. Across to Hunt. Hunt has to go back to halfway to Crooks. To Sinclair. Pearce. Back to Crooks once more.
No, Hunt, no.
It's given away again by Alex Hunt so cheaply. City just can't get any momentum, because every time they get hold of the ball, they end up giving it away. And then there's a foul in midfield, and it's Joe Felix. And the referee wants to have a word with him because he's on a yellow card.
Yeah, Alex Hunt just he passed blind. He passed around the corner, and at this level, if it's not perfect, you get punished, and that's exactly what happened.
Crewe 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 1. Scarborough Athletic behind now at Burton Albion on DAB. Burton Albion 1, Scarborough Athletic 0. So both of our sides going out of the FA Cup as things stand this afternoon. Free kick taken quickly round the back of Crooks. Pulled back to the edge of the area, bit of space, gets to turn the shot. It's just wide of goal, hits the side netting from the angle.
Good effort from Wycombe again. City hanging on him there. If they could just grab that second goal, City, you never know in football, especially in the FA Cup. But they need to start now. It's got to happen soon.
Yep, they trail by 3-1. Long diagonal ball forward. That's easy though for the Wycombe defender. And he plays it out to the far side of the ground. And it goes into touch via a deflection. That'll be a throw in to the home team when the supporters eventually decide to throw the ball back on. The ball boy, thankfully, though, has got one down there with a spare ball, and it comes in now. Throw in down the line. Headed clear by Howe. Flicked forward. Felix flicks it on. Akinyemi's offside. He almost get there, but defender got there first. Yeah. He was offside.
Why is the line? That's ridiculous there, because Akinyemi could have clattered the keeper there, and he's clearly offside.
Yeah, we could have clattered the keeper. That doesn't make any sense. There could have easily been a collision between the three of them there, and someone gets injured. They're told that's what they've got to do, but that was ridiculous. Free kick then just outside the penalty area. It's Thomas Kalinaskas that got the goal for Burton Albion. Exeter have equalised against Barnet 2-2. Another Josh McGuinness goal for them. Flicked on by Wycombe. Crooks gets his head to it, and then it's picked up by Sinclair. Sinclair on a diagonal run to the centre of the field. Feeds Fallowfield. City got 15 minutes to score 2 goals here to try and take this tie to extra time. Fagan Walcott. Sinclair wanted it early, tried to bend his run, didn't get it, and then Fagan Walcott's pass is intercepted in the middle of the park. Down the right hand side, that's a Wycombe throw in. Leahy, with his 2 goals, gets ready to take. To Udo. Takes on the shot from what? 55 yards on the angle there? Just hooks it over his shoulder, hoping to catch Harrison Mail unawares. He was stood in the middle of his penalty area though. He plays the ball down, headed away by Wycombe. And now nodded back to their goalkeeper nicely by the former Shrewsbury man.
Yeah. I'm afraid the long ball up to Dipper. Akinyemi, he's isolated there. Isn't going to work.
City got the press on, but it's fed back to the goalkeeper to clear. Fagan Walcott heads clear, finds Marvin Armstrong in midfield. He gives it to Fallowfield. Fallowfield is going to be tackled and lose possession, then Armstrong's penalised. Fans are getting frustrated, the York City fans, with the referee, but again, I think he's got that one right, but they haven't had many decisions here this afternoon.
No, we just haven't been able to build up any momentum, any real attacking momentum. It's been too sporadic, and that is probably, because we're playing a team from this level.
Free kick taken, Crooks heads clear. Accrington take the lead at Rushall Olympic. Fagan Walcott, whose clearance hits a blue shirt. They've got it in the penalty area, shot comes in, that's blocked, and this time it falls kindly for York City. Hunt. Armstrong, edge of his own penalty area. Fagan Walcott clears. Defender gets there before Akinyemi. Puts it into touch for a York City throw-in, far side of the field. Sinclair's in so much space over this side, but he's hardly seen the ball this second half.
Yeah, we've got to somehow get someone on that pitch has got to find the pass, because you're right, he is in. I don't think Wycombe even aware he's there.
Felix tries to turn away from his own. That's a high boot. Yeah, free kick given. Ironic cheers from the York fans. They don't feel as though the referee has given them many decisions. Felix to Crooks. Now to Sinclair on halfway. Drags the defender across. Pattenden. Sinclair. We've got York City back into this game on the half hour. To Crooks. He plays a long ball over the top looking for Felix. He's just palmed off though by Backinson. Gives it to his goalkeeper, who clears first time once more. Flicked on. Cleared by Callum Howe. Pushing the back of Alex Hunt. Free kick to York City. Fagan Walcott. To Howe. Now across this near side. Crooks. How long can he stay fit for? That's the question with Adam Crooks. Akinyemi can drive forward in the centre of the field for the first time. Dipo Akinyemi. Oh, it's a poor ball. He had Fallowfield in front of him. Just lay it off into his path, and he was through on goal. Completely overhit it through to the goalkeeper.
I'll be like a broken record here. That's the difference. That's the difference. The weight of pass, which really causes defences problems. Wycombe's weight of pass has just been better than City's in the right areas.
It was a lovely run as well by Ryan Fallowfield. Now Wycombe come downfield, edge of the penalty area. Nicky Gavamba's got a third for Barnet at Exeter. They lead 3-2. And City win it back. Marvin Armstrong. Sinclair. He comes in field. On his bike now. Tyrese Sinclair tries to feed it through for Ollie Pearce. Peels for handball, nothing given. Armstrong controls on his chest and lays it off to the right hand side. City a bit of momentum finally. Forward to Akinyemi, who stays on side. He's forced wide just outside the penalty area. He'll run at the centre back Hartridge. Opens up the angle, takes in the shot, it's blocked, deflects into touch for a throw into York City. Yeah,
he's having a pop there, Dipo. Didn't really matter who was on options, he made his mind up early. But it's better from City, at least they're affecting the Wycombe defence.
Decent game between the two lowest ranked sides left in the competition. Hensford 3, Gainsborough 2. City have it just outside the penalty area with Hunt to Akinyemi, back to Hunt, cross into the box looking for Pearce, just doesn't reach his target, comes in again. That's a poor cross in this time from Fallowfield. Into touch it goes for a York City throw in. 10 minutes to go. Wycombe 3, York City 1.
City find themselves into some good positions, some good opportunities, and not quite sealing the deal, but they are knocking on the door here.
Cambridge take the lead at Woking in the FA Cup, of course. Fallowfield's lost possession.
I'm afraid it's again. It's in one of those days over there on that right hand side. City's certainly trying. They're trying their best to get back in this match. The fans willing them on.
Fagan Walcott, long ball forward. Howe wins the flick on to Pearce in the box. He's allowed to turn, gets the shot off, and he blasts it high into the stand.
It's half a chance, that. It's half a chance. Callum Howe winning the ball. Lovely ball in from Walcott. He knew what he was doing because he knows Howe's going to win the header. And Ollie Pearce just got under the ball there. He was unlucky.
2 more changes coming for Wycombe. Well, this is a big moment. Cam was struggling to see, but I feel a feeling they may be bringing on the lad here that's not played in a year since doing his ACL. Jason McCarthy is definitely one of the players that's coming on. So Jason McCarthy comes on. We'll let you know who for in a second. It's impossible to see because the dugout down there. City have 8 minutes left to try and get something. What's the referee doing here? Who's he going to book? He's booking Backinson, the centre of the park.
Oh, Alex, come on.
Backinson's a bit confused about what he's being booked for. I think it's because they've tried to take the free kick too quickly. So the referee's got his card out.
Well, still we maintain if City were to somehow score that second goal.
Yeah, Brandon Hanlon has come on. His first appearance since November the 11th last year when he ruptured his ACL against Stevenage. He came on for Berily Labala. And the other change was Jason McCarthy coming on. Just looking on the Wycombe Twitter feed, the free kick they scored here today was their first one they've scored at home in over 5 years. It's a stat for you.
Sorry, what was that, David?
The first free kick that Wycombe have scored at Adams Park in over 5 years.
Oh wow, I thought I was a free kick expert.
Yeah, Jason McCarthy, he came on for Jasper Pattenden. McCarthy takes a throw in. Felix wins it for York City. And then everyone runs into each other. Felix on the floor, so is Ollie Pearce. The referee says that's a York City free kick.
I think Felix ran into Pearce and City won the free kick from that somehow.
6.5 minutes to go. 3-1.
Could get that second goal. David?
Can they make it a grandstand finish by somehow finding this ball in the back of the net?
If only we had players that could score last minute goals.
Christian Doidge has equalised for Forest Green at Stockport. This is where that's where Wycombe go on a Tuesday night to Stockport County. Hunt's over the free kick. Everyone else is forward. Stay on side. Akinyemi's currently offside. They've gone square to Felix. Felix dinks it into the back post. Too near the goalkeeper.
It has to be better there, I'm afraid. It does have to be better. Oh dear.
Now down the left-hand side, Wycombe come forward looking for a fourth. Given away though. Hunt in the centre of the park. Armstrong has to put his foot on the ball to hold it up. Needs a bit of help. Has to go back to Fagan Walcott. 3-1 it remains. 6 minutes to go. Fagan Walcott. Back to Howe. Howe to Fagan Walcott. Long ball forward looking for Akinyemi. Akinyemi's beaten to it in the air. And Wycombe pick up the bits and pieces in midfield. Now across the left-hand side. Tackle comes in. Howe gets it for York City. Falls to Fallowfield. Fallowfield, deep, long ball forward. Looking for Pearce. Little nod into the middle, looking for Akinyemi. Defender gets there first. Appeals for, I'm not sure what, from Ollie Pearce, but there's nothing happening there. There wasn't even any appeals from behind the goal from the York fans. And Wycombe were able to come away with it once more on this right-hand side. They feed it through. Offside flag, I think, would have gone up if it had found its way through. They now do get it through, and they're through one-on-one on goal here. Tight angle. City getting men back. Laid off back. Oh my word.
Awful. Has it gone out? It hasn't gone out yet.
It's gone all the way across. How has that not gone out of play? It's one of the worst efforts of a cross you've seen all year, and it's somehow stayed in play. It just about sums up York City's luck. On that left-hand side it is. It's David Wheeler. Recycling it in midfield. Backinson. Across to number 26, McCarthy. And they've gone all the way back to their goalkeeper. 4 minutes to go. Wycombe still 3-1 up. Felix puts the block on the pass forward and they got lucky again. It rebounds back to the goalkeeper, Shamal George.
Yeah, Wycombe messing around at the back there. And Joe Felix.
Doncaster with a late goal at Barrow. They lead by 1-0 in that game. Accrington have got a second against Rushall Olympic. Chesterfield a third. They lead Horsham 3-1. Long ball downfield. It goes through to Harrison Mayle. He bowls it out to Fallowfield. For the first time this season, I'm going to have darkness before full time on a Saturday afternoon. Fagan Walcott goes back to Mayle. He gives it to Howe. Crooks into Pearce, lays it off to Sinclair, tells him what to do with it. Sinclair follows the instructions, sends it forward. Felix trying to get the better of Backinson. I don't think he's going to manage to. Backinson clears, returning to York City defence. They're going to get there as well. Tight angle. City trying to get men back in the penalty area, forced wide right by Callum Howe. He dives in and they get the corner to Wycombe.
Yeah, good defending by Callum Howe. Watch his man run with the ball, watch him all the way down to the line, managed to clear it.
Harbour Town have got a fourth at Tunbridge. 4-0 they lead there. Reading lead Fleetwood by 2-0. Corner kick then from this near side, and 8th of the game. City still waiting for their first. Running out of time to get one. This one's going to be swung into the penalty area. And it comes now to the near post, flicked on, all the way across goal, and out for a goal kick, the far side. 3-1 it remains.
Yep, not causing City's defence any problems. What have City got, David, this last 5, 6, 7 minutes? What have they got? Can they produce a moment again?
Adam Hinchelwood just stands at the side of his technical area with his arm on the dugout, leaning on it.
It's a big ask. Wycombe have pretty much controlled the game for large spells. City relying on sporadic moments of creativity.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the best side by a distance is going through here. Oh, Akinyemi's offside. He looks at the ground as Adam Hinchelwood. He's seen that all before, I'm afraid, with Dipo Akinyemi being caught offside from a long punt downfield.
Yeah, it shouldn't really be offside in that position there, Dipo. He's playing as a number 9 as well. Just look across the line.
Goalkeeper clears from the free kick. One in the air, in hands of Harrison Mayle it goes. Sends it long downfield. Headed clear by Hartridge. City win it back. Fagan Walcott misses his touch there, but it still goes through to Mayle. We're top of the leagues in the York City supporters, because thoughts are quickly returning back to National League.
Well, we can concentrate on the league now, can't we?
Long ball downfield from Harrison Mayle. It's allowed to bounce. Sinclair can get a push in the back over the goalkeeper. Going to be cleared off the line by. No, I don't think so. I think it was very soft. He didn't really appeal, Sinclair. He's appealing quietly, but I don't think it was a penalty. It would have been soft again, but you've seen him given. Just one long ball downfield. Sinclair went to ground again. The referee didn't fancy giving York City the decision there. He's saying he's a push now. I can see him, Sinclair. He's more vociferous now in front of us.
I thought he got a push. There was a push in there.
Well, there was contact, but was it enough to go down? He's fed it again to Sinclair on this left-hand side. He cuts in field, gets it on his right foot, takes the shot, loops to the back post, headed clear. York City have a corner.
The City are raising a gallop here. They know it's now or never. If they could just get one here.
Do you have to have a trot before you get to a gallop, or is a trot after a gallop?
We've gone straight into it.
Wheelston have scored at Grimsby. Grimsby 0, Wheelston 1. Alex Reid in the 90th minute. What is it, the minute? A winner. Was that 5 minutes? I think it was 5 minutes. City needs to score twice. This needs to go in. Corner kick, far side of the ground. Alex Hunt is over it. It's going to be an outswinger.
Yeah, he's now or never.
And it comes now into the middle. Men on the floor. Howe misses his contact. He had a free shot there, virtually on the penalty spot, and missed it to Callum Howe. He had a load of bodies to feed it through, but he couldn't do it. And now Tyree Sinclair has pulled his hamstring, I think. Tracking back on this left-hand side, is he? He's just flexing the leg. Hasn't asked to go off yet. He's definitely done something. He's pulled up that right leg, the short. Heads it infield. Has he hurt himself? And he's bent over. We can't see now because the dugout again is in the way. He might be all right.
Callum Howe staying up here. Let's hit him.
Long ball downfield, and they do hit Howe. He brings it under control superbly, Callum Howe. Gives it to Marvin Armstrong. Armstrong gets past his man. Left-hand side. Still got it, Marvin Armstrong. Needs to find a white shirt. He's been forced wide, and now he will lose possession. And Wycombe do well to fit it out. Only as far as Sinclair, who gives away the ball, though, then he's all right. It's Tyree Sinclair. That's the main thing, I think. And then a Wycombe man goes to ground under the little bit of contact in the penalty area, and the referee gives a free kick. And that's the difference between giving a free kick for the defensive side and not giving a penalty for the attacking side.
Yeah, there's no difference in that. Sinclair should have had a penalty. If that's a standard, it's a penalty. So frustrating. And now Wycombe themselves going down and slowing the game down.
Only Pearce having a word with the ref. Ref's talking to sport official over something or other. The yellow card's about to come out here. Who's it coming to on that York City bench?
Is it the York bench?
I think it is. Who's he showing the yellow card to down there? Second game in a row York City have had players or someone booked on the bench. It is. We can't tell. He didn't even get across the bench. He just flashed the yellow card in that direction. So someone on the York City bench has been booked.
City fans, credit to the club, still singing. They're the loudest of the two sets here this afternoon.
Now clears. Hunt to Fallowfield. Fallowfield looking for Akinyemi, who stays on side. Goalkeeper's going to get there though. Akinyemi has to hurdle him at the edge of the penalty area. Bowled out on the far side of the field. Wycombe have it at the back. Nodded into midfield, and then down the line it goes for Hanlon. Oh, tackle comes in. Has it gone behind? It has, for another corner kick to Wycombe. Approaching double figures here. Far side of the ground, on that far corner. We played 3 minutes of the 5. City are going out of the FA Cup at the first round stage.
Yeah, they have put up a fight, City, but I just feel that Wycombe just had they've just had too much quality in their team, in their ranks, and City haven't really got out of. They haven't been able to get into second, third gear to cause a problem.
Corner kick far side of the field. Rochdale 3, Bromley 4, and it comes now from Wycombe, headed well wide of goal.
Yeah, City fans still singing. They've enjoyed the day. They know we were never going to win the FA Cup anyway, were we? So
you have little faith. Your glass half full. Pearce to the left-hand side to Felix in the penalty area. Across goal into the back of the net. Joe Felix gets the second goal. It's a beautiful finish for Joe Felix for his first York City goal. Across the goalkeeper, nicely fed across to him, and Felix drills it across the goalkeeper into his bottom left-hand corner. Is it too little, too late? Wycombe 3, York City 2 in the last minute of injury time.
Yeah, well, City have given them a glimmer of hope. This is the cup. You never know. What can City throw here? They've given themselves a chance, a lifeline, maybe. Is there one more chance in this match for York City? Because that was a fantastic strike.
His first goal for Joe Felix. We've got 30 seconds, plus it should be another 30 seconds for that. We can play it all the way back to their goalkeeper from the kick-off, and Ryan Fallowfield's the one who's trying to close down the goalkeeper. Long ball downfield from Wycombe. Fagan Walcott heads clear as far as Armstrong. Armstrong back to his goalkeeper Mayle, who clears it first time straight into touchdown, I think, from Harrison Mayle on this near side, and it is. He apologises. And Wycombe will take their time over the throw-in, as you'd expect. We've played the 5 minutes. We're into added on time. The York City score. We're on the pitch, sing the supporters. I can imagine they're probably right as well. Akinyemi brushes off his man to the right hand side to Fallowfield. Can he get there first? He can. Fallowfield to Armstrong, centre goal. Armstrong, his first touch lets him down. Falls to Akinyemi, shoots, blocked. Fallowfield across goal. Just wide. Tight angle, and it's going to be kept in, is it, by Sinclair? It hits the corner flag. It's still in play. He gives it to Felix. Felix into the box to Pearce. Pearce turns his man, digs it to the back post. Headed back to the edge of the area. Armstrong thought about hitting it on the volley. Forced wide again. City need to get this into the box. And it comes now. Callum Howe can't get his head to it. Held up by Sinclair. Blocked, shot, blocked, and then over the bar. What a scramble. Wycombe survive.
Oh my word. I mean, they have thrown everything at it this last few minutes, York City. My word. Oh, so close to really causing a proper upset here. Oh wow. Oh, and I think there was a good chance in there amongst it all. It was so frantic in the box.
Armstrong just couldn't get his shot off first of all, and it was blocked.
Wow. Oh, City. They're doing everything they possibly can here.
Leahy's get the man of the match award, 2 goals for the defender. Sinclair still feeling this right thigh.
I fear the referee's about to blow, David, but City have certainly come to life this last few minutes.
And he does. That is the full-time whistle. Wycombe 3, York City 2. But York City, almost out of nowhere, got themselves to extra time. But you have to say overall, Wycombe Wanderers were the best side and they deserve to go through, Ian Dunn.
Yeah, listen, this was a jump in quality for York City as far as opposition goes. Wycombe were the better side. But I tell you what, York put up a fight. They did what they could with the ability they've got. And my word, we're fractions away from actually grabbing an equaliser at the end there. Heads can be held high here. Wycombe were the better team. Listen, no doubt about it. But City competed. They threw everything at it and they came oh so close, David. Really, really unlucky in that last exchange there.
And goals from Tyree Sinclair and Joe Felix, just not enough to force this game to extra time. Wycombe go through. They've beaten York City by 3-2.
Thank you to David Ward and thank you to Ian Dunn there as well at Adams Park. So close there at the end for York City, but they've lost by 3-2 away at Wycombe Wanderers. They're still playing at Scarborough Athletic. Burton Albion 1, Scarborough Athletic 0. Let's bring you the closing stages of that game with James Fletcher and your expert summariser, Darren Foreman.
To help it on its way, it's coming back in the same direction. Webster, long ball up towards Horsey. Thornton hanging on to his feet. Horsey appeals for a corner. He's not going to get the decision. Goal kick. And Ryan Whitley immediately places it down and gives it to Maltby. So we're halfway through the stoppage time. Long ball forward, in behind the defence, and they're struggling to deal with it, Burton Albion. Handball! Is that a handball? And all the bench are up for Scarborough Athletic.
Yeah.
Back it goes towards Ryan Whitley, however. It all settles down on the...
Sorry, Fletch, got a bit excited
no,
there,
it's
but that looked like handball to me.
Well, everyone on the bench went up for it, and quite a lot on the pitch went up for it. It's hoisted forward again. Mulhern unable to trap it. Back it goes towards Glynn, 30 yards from goal. 94th minute. Maloney, left-hand side. Now for... on this occasion, Kieran Glynn looking for a crossing angle. Glynn with Webster in front of him. He delivers the cross. Flick towards goal. It might come out to Green. Corner of the area, right-hand side. Green now, 2 in front of him, trying to wriggle his way through. Not the right decision. Burton Albion clear away.
Picked the wrong option, Fletcher, unfortunately.
Whitley now over on this near side touchline. Only one direction this ball is going in, through the night sky. Mulhern towered over by Sweeney. He's appealing for a free kick, but he's alone in his appeal. And now Kalinowskis goes forward with Horsey in support. Kalinowskis trying to hold on to it. Maltby doing all he can, and he gives away a free kick. He was pushing and shoving. Kalinowskis shielding the ball. 90 seconds left. Burton will take as much time as they can, and it might be that there's only one last chance for those in red as Mulhern picks up a yellow card for verbal dissent.
Yeah, I think you might have said something about the handball decision. It looked to me clear from this angle. I know, and we're probably going to... I think they're still discussing it on the bench here, but it definitely looked like handball.
So we are on all frequencies. Welcome to those who have been listening to York City bowing out of the FA Cup against Wycombe Wanderers by 3-2. Offside free kick as Cooper Love tries to get in the way, and such a silly offside. It was a chipped ball forward from the free kick, and it immediately puts all the pressure back on themselves, Burton Albion. Whitley's ball forward, up goes Mulhern, he gets a solid connection, pinball inside the midfield area. Wilson tries to get there, now it comes to Horsey. Burton just have to protect the ball because we've got 20 seconds of the 6 to go, but they've given it away. Glynn over on that left hand side doing anything he can to get it forward. Tier jumps for it on the left side, edge of the area. Burton collect, cleared away by Webster. Is there time for one more attack for Scarborough Athletic as it goes out of play for a throw-in? One look at the watch from Sean Mather. I have a feeling the whistle is about to go. Lifted forward, there's the final whistle. Burton Albion can celebrate a place in the second round of the FA Cup, but Scarborough Athletic have done all they can to take Burton Albion as far as possible. There was anxiety, there was a lack of confidence at times from Burton Albion. However, they scored in the second half through Tomas Kalinauskis, the Lithuanian international. Scarborough Athletic have huffed and puffed and whatever they could. They tried to do anything they could to get forward, but Harry Eisted in the end wasn't really tested, and the FA Cup journey ends here for Scarborough Athletic. It finishes, Darren Foreman, Burton Albion 1, Scarborough Athletic 0.
The players, supporters, management could be super proud of themselves. They put up a great fight. They just were the wrong side of it. A couple of decisions that didn't quite go their way, but that's cup football for you. And I think there was much in the two sides. Burton Albion had a lot of possession, but they flattered to deceive, to be fair.
Well, the Scarborough Athletic players are making their way over to a full terrace. 1,300 have travelled the 3-hour journey from North Yorkshire. They did come in hope rather than expectation. The hope has killed them in the end, because in the FA Cup it finishes Burton Albion 1, Scarborough Athletic 0.
2024 presidential election ahead.
Join Americast on the road to the US election.
It's the BBC podcast full of lively chats about politics
and social media investigations.
Expert insights this way.
We'll guide you through all the key moments as the United States chooses which direction to go in next.
Final destination, the White House.
Navigate your way to Election Day and beyond.
Americast.
Listen on BBC Sounds.